to take on Seattle. Pat Tabler, a former Cleveland Indian, longtime major leaguer, both on the field and in the broadcast booth, joining us this weekend here in Houston. And Pat, happy Father's Day first to you.
Same to you. Happy Father's Day to you, Rosie.
And we get to see a rubber game today for the Guardians and the Astros after an 8-1 win last night. Travis Bazzana, a game for the ages with a pair of home runs, 4 hits, 5 RBIs. Joey Cantillo with 8 strong innings. But we're talking before the game, you were really impressed with the defense last night.
You know, and I think defense can spark a team and turn around the context of the game, and that happened, I thought, in yesterday's ball game, the bottom of the 4th inning. Guardians leading 3-1. Jose Altuve led off the bottom of the 4th inning, sends a screamer down the left field line. It looked like a double for sure. But Stephen Kwan made an outstanding play where he gloved the ball and spun 360, fired a strike into second base, and got Altuve at second base for the first out. So what happened after that? Joey Cantillo settled down, retired the next 14 batters in a row. Only 3 balls left the infield after that against him. He threw 44 curveballs, the most by any starter this season. And I thought that was the spark for Cantillo to really take it through those 8 innings yesterday. Guardians would score 3 runs then in the top of the 5th inning, and the rout was on. But that play right there, I think, really gave the team a spark.
And you mentioned that, Pat, and they're in this stretch where they don't have Jose Ramirez, Angel Martinez, and Chase DeLauder. Key cogs offensively, right. They have to play that way. Little things.
You got to do the little things. You can't miss any signs when you're hitting or you're on the bases. You've got to make the plays defensively, play good, sound, fundamental baseball. You do that, you get good pitching, good defense, you figure out ways to score runs, and you'll win ball games.
Yeah, it led to a win last night. Guardians back in first place in the American League Central Division by a game over the White Sox. Houston trying to hang in there. They're just 3 back in the AL West. We're indoors today at Minute Maid Park, as they are just about 100% of the time, even though it's a retractable roof. It's warm and humid with a chance of showers outside, and this ballpark, we've seen it come into play a couple of times. The field dimensions here, very short porch in left. The Crawford boxes sit atop the 19-foot high wall, and it's only 315 down the line. 366 to left center. The wall increases to 26 feet high. Then it drops down just to the left of center, where it's 399 feet away. 10-foot wall from there to mid-right field. It's 409 to dead center, 370 to right center, and then down the right field line, 326, and only a 7-foot high wall there, which leads to some good defensive plays where right fielders can take away home runs. So a fun ballpark to play in. Talking to Petey Halpin before the game, who's in center field again tonight, he said there's a lot going on out there in the outfield, a lot to cover.
Do you remember when they used to have the hill out there?
Yes.
Towles Hill out in the outfield.
And the flagpole.
And the flagpole all in play, but since that's been taken away, it's a very unique ballpark. Love doing a ball game here.
Your umpiring crew, Edwin Moscoso at home plate, Jen Powell, the first base umpire, Hunter Wendelstedt at second base, and Vic Carapazza, the crew chief, around at third. Kaiwei Tung ready to pitch. He'll be opposed by Slade Ciccone today. Travis Bazzana steps in to lead things off. Left-handed batter. And here comes today's first pitch from the right-hander, Kaiwei Tung. And it's swung on and missed. Strike 1. A little bit different result for Bazzana compared to last night when he got a fastball and drove it on out of here on the first pitch of the game. On his way to a 2-homer night. Tung works from the stretch at all times. Here's his pitch, and it's swung on and missed. A couple of off-speed pitches to start off Bazzana here in the first inning. Travis Bazzana now batting .274. His average on a 4-hit game last night rose 18 points, which is a ton at this time of year. 7 homers, 23 driven in. What a rookie campaign it has been for Travis Bazzana. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on, and that's poked slowly. Third base side of the mound. Picked up by Paredes barehanded, and he throws late to first. Safe at first with an infield single is Travis Bazzana.
You know, we mentioned it in last night's ball game, how the defense for the Houston Astros, they really punch the middle and pinch off all those balls up the middle. So if you hit one off the end of the bat like Bazzana just did, and with his speed, it's going to be an easy base hit. So he starts the game off again with an infield hit. That's 3 games in a row he started off with a hit.
Well, he has had a whale of a series now, 7 for 9 in this series. Kyle Manzardo, the batter, takes a fastball strike on the inside corner. Manzardo with a home run last night, his 9th on the season. Now at 26 batted in, hitting .238. But red hot for about a month now. Left-handed batter. Long set by Tung. Here's his pitch. And it's outside and high for a ball. Bazzana has 11 stolen bases in 14 tries. And the Guardians love to run. They have been at or near the top in the American League in steals most of the season. No score early. Tung delivers. Off speed, outside with the changeup again. Set that defense for you for the Houston Astros. In left field, it's Joey Loperfido. Excuse me, he's in center. Flanked by Cam Smith in right. First the pitch from Tung. Here it is. And it's swung on and fouled back into the net. Yordan Alvarez is in left field today. Christian Walker at first base. Raynel Delgado, the second baseman. Jeremy Pena at short. Isak Paredes around at third. And Christian Vasquez catching. The right-hander from Taiwan. 27 years of age, Kai Wei Tung. Here's his pitch. Breaking ball missed inside.
Tung is very deliberate when he comes to home plate. He sets, takes a long time to deliver that ball, so it wouldn't surprise me if the Guardians try and take advantage of that and take some extra bases here.
Now a 3-2 count on Manzardo. We'll see how that comes into play. With Bazzana stepping off the lead at first. The payoff pitch. Swung on, popped him up. High in the air, behind home plate. Vasquez throws the mask away and makes the catch. 1 down. That brings up Brian Rocchio, the shortstop. And don't forget, early in the game, first 4 innings, we play the Conrads Score 4, Win 4 new tires contest. Donna Rickles of Minerva is our contestant today. Donna would win a set of 4 Bridgestone tires courtesy of Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care if the Guardians score 4 or more runs in any of the first 4 innings. Rocchio swings, lines one into right center field, a base hit. On his way to second, holding there is Bazzana on the sharply hit single into right center off the bat of Brian Rocchio.
And Bazzana had to hold up just momentarily as that ball was scalded right at the second baseman to his right. So he had to hold up just a little bit. So he couldn't go first to third. The base running there by Bazzana.
And the Guardians off to a quick start offensively. Now trying to push a run across as Gabriel Arias steps in the cleanup spot today. The third baseman just back from a lengthy stint on the injured list with a hamstring issue. Here's the pitch to him. Fastball in there, strike one. And the fastball, 93 miles an hour, and that's about where Tung will settle in. A lot of breaking stuff. Had been in the bullpen to start the year. Here's his pitch. Swing and a miss, and there's the slider from Tung.
And this might be his last start. There's some talk here in Houston about him moving back to the bullpen. They could have 7 starters when Christian Javier comes back, which is pretty soon.
Count of 0-2 on Arias. The pitch. Breaking ball missed low and outside. Yeah, Javier making his way back. Lance McCullers looks like he's back soon. As the Astros were beset by injuries in spring training in the early portion of the season, but they're getting healthy now. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Fastball got him. 2 down in the inning.
That one was elevated you mentioned he tops out around 93 or 94 miles an hour, but that one was elevated. Looked nice to hit, but he comes up empty. Tung took the loss, Rosie, his last time out Monday versus the Tigers, and he wasn't around very long, just 3 1/3.
Here's Daniel Schneemann, left-handed batter, the pitch to him, and Schneemann swings and fouls it back for strike one. Well, the overall numbers on Tung, and this includes his work out of the bullpen. He's 3-6, an earned run average of 4.31. This is his 9th start, 22nd appearance. Here's his pitch. Breaking ball ripped foul past the Astros dugout on the first base side. Now, as a starter, he's only averaging about 4 innings a start. 10 strikeouts, though, but 5 walks per 9 innings. So.
Yeah, he can get wild. Strikeouts and homers his last time out. 9 punch-outs and 3 home runs given up in just 3 1/3 innings.
And that was a major league first for a pitcher who did not go 4. Here's the 0-2, up high for a ball, 1-2. First time in major league history, a pitcher who did not reach the 4-inning mark struck out 9 and allowed 3 home runs in the same start.
Oh, by the way, he also hit 2 batters.
For good measure. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball swung on and lifted high in the air. Foul down the right side and out of play. We've got good crowds this weekend, over 30,000 each game in a ballpark that seats 41,000. And we'll have a good crowd on this Sunday afternoon again, as their Astros have been a perennial contender. First time in 8 seasons. A year ago, they did not make the postseason, but they were in it to the final week. Here's the 1-2. Low and in, and it gets past the catcher Vasquez. Back to the screen. Moving up to third is Bazana. Up to second is Rocchio. And in this scoreless game, the Guardians continue to threaten here in the first inning.
And this is how you get into the bullpen. Make that guy throw a lot of pitches. His next pitch is going to be pitch number 20 in this inning. A little bit wild as he pulled that slider down and in.
Count of 2-2 on Schneemann. Long set, now the pitch. Fastball, foul back and out of play. On the year, Schneemann hitting .218 with 6 home runs, 26 driven in. Hitless so far in the series, battling to get that average going again and some more consistency. Did hit a grand slam earlier in the road trip in Milwaukee. Here's the pitch to him. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The high slider fanned Schneemann. And the Guardians are retired with no damage done in the top of the first inning. We head to the bottom of the inning. It's Cleveland 0, the Astros coming up.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams sale and get 30% off select paints and stains, June 12th through the 22nd. Shop in store or purchase online for delivery. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Recently, our company's softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar, Dale? Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hi, Max the Bald Eagle from Marathon here. We asked people if they could do an impression of me. Have a listen.
You can save up to $1 a gallon with the Marathon Rewards app.
That last one was pretty good. Marathon, where fun runs on full.
Available at participating Marathon locations. Terms and conditions apply. See marathonrewards.com for details.
Since day one of your child's life, you've been all hands in. At Cleveland Clinic Children's, we make our patients a very similar promise: to be the hands you can trust, no matter what specialty care is needed. As Northeast Ohio's trusted children's hospital, When their health needs a helping hand, put their care in hands you trust. Learn more at clevelandclinicchildrens.org/hands.
Cleveland's news, talk, and sports on WTAM 1100 and on 106.9 FM.
No score, bottom of the first inning, and Slade Ciccone gets ready to work to Jeremy Pena. Here's Siccone's first pitch, and it's swung on and lifted high in the air, right field. Coming on, Khalil Watson, and he makes the catch for the first out in the inning. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Ciccone. The big right-hander goes 6'4", 240, 26 years of age, out of Oviedo, Florida. And now he faces Yordan Alvarez, and the Guardians have done good work on Alvarez so far this series. Only 1 for 7 at the plate, but he is always a threat. Huge left-handed batter. Here's the pitch. And that's on the inside corner for a strike. Alvarez, second in the American League in batting at .320. First in homers with 24. 55 driven in. The pitch. Swung on, fouled back. And it's quickly 0-2 on Alvarez.
And he fills up that batter's box. I'm telling you, he's a big guy, but he's not a slugger. He's got an idea when he's at the plate. You throw him away, he'll tatter that ball to left center field. Throw him inside, he'll pull it.
Maybe as complete a hitter in the game today. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-2.
He's battled some injuries over the last few seasons, and his numbers are down, but he's been healthy this year, and he is in the MVP talk this season.
Now the 1-2. Up high, 2-2. And when the Astros were really struggling record-wise early in the year, everyone was saying, well, there's a trade candidate that could really help a ball club, but now they're right back in it. And they'll gladly hang on to him. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, and that's drilled high and deep right field. Way back, gone. Well, they made it to Sunday before Alvarez did his damage, and he puts the Astros in front 1-0.
Home run number 25, and that leads the American League, and that's impressive. 2-2. They thought they had him struck out the prior pitch, but then when you make mistakes, he can hurt you. That ball, it looked like a cutter or some kind of off-speed pitch on the inner half, and he didn't miss it.
So an early lead for Houston as Christian Walker steps in. Here's Ciccone's pitch, and it's down low for ball 1. Walker batting .240, 18 homers, third in the American League in runs batted in with 52. Right-handed hitting first baseman. The pitch to him. Swung on, popped him up. Behind home plate, Bailey gives it a look, but no room there. For Slade Ciccone, this is start number 16. 3-5 on the year with an earned run average of 4.60. Ciccone's averaging a little bit better than 5 innings a start. 7 strikeouts, 3 walks per 9 innings. Here's his pitch. Breaking ball, swung on and lifted high and deep to center, but room out there for Halpin, and he makes the catch for the second out in the inning, and that's the deep way to go at this part.
Yeah, keep him out there in the middle of the diamond, and you won't get hurt. Christian Walker took him deep the last time these two teams in Ciccone faced them back in April. He and Isaac Paredes took him deep.
Yeah, that was a tough one for Ciccone when he was still trying to find it early in the season. He has been much better of late as Paredes steps in and takes a strike on the outside corner. Back on April 20th in Cleveland, a season-high 7 runs allowed by Ciccone to the Astros in a loss. Now the 0-1 to Paredes. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. The harder breaking pitch, the slider that time. Quickly 0-2 on Paredes, who has 10 homers, 36 driven in. Strong right-handed hitter. Ciccone lets it fly. And it's swung on and lifted foul off to the first base side and out of play. Ciccone out of the University of Miami. And the Guardians picked him up from the Arizona Diamondbacks prior to the 2025 campaign. His first season with Cleveland a year ago, he was a 7-game winner. ERA of 4.30, and his next pitch is outside for a ball, 1-2. Part of a very good rotation a year ago for the Guardians that went 6 deep down the stretch, and that was a big key. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Slider, did he check his swing? He did. On a pitch breaking low and outside. So Paredes stays alive.
That was the hard, sharp slider. Patrick Bailey thought he might have gone around. He dug it out of the dirt and tagged him to no avail.
Now the 2-2 in tight, 3-2. Guardians going with their traditional road grays today, the navy and red trim. Astros with navy blue jerseys today, and the white pants, orange trim. Here's the pitch, and Paredes lines it foul off to the first base side upper deck, and you see a lot of the players today with powder blue wristbands, socks, bats. All part of awareness for prostate cancer on this Father's Day. Now the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, and there's another high fly ball to center, but plenty of room out there for Petey Halpin. He puts it away to retire the side. But the Alvarez home run has put the Astros in front. We head to the second. Houston 1, the Guardians 0.
We believe. We battle. Every pitch, every hit, every inning, and every win. This is Guards Ball. Cleveland through and through. Tickets at CLEGuardians.com. Don't miss the Guards versus the Mariners on Saturday, June 27th. 15,000 fans will receive a Tanner Bybee City Connect jersey courtesy of Marathon. Plus, enjoy $2 Coors Light pregame and postgame Phantom fireworks presented by Window World. Tickets at CLEGuardians.com.
Don't bust your knuckles, bust your nuts with PB Blaster. The #1 selling penetrant since 1957. It uses a unique capillary action that creeps up and around threads and cavities to break free rusted and corroded parts. Then it protects against further rust and corrosion. Use it on automotive, industrial, marine, plumbing, and other equipment. Blaster Corporation offers a full line of professional-grade products that are formulated to penetrate, lubricate, loosen, fix, and conquer each job. Use Blaster products and work it like a pro.
It happens every night. The clock strikes dinner, and suddenly it's all you can think about. What's for dinner? That's when you think Stouffer's. Rich, cheesy lasagna, freshly made stuffed peppers, and creamy, comforting mac and cheese. Made with quality ingredients and ready when you are. Dinner solved. When the clock strikes dinner, think Stouffer's.
With reimagined exhibits, the Cleveland Museum of Natural History invites you to experience science and nature. Select local cities visit free every weekend as part of the Jack Joseph and Morton Mandel Community Days. Go to cmnh.org.
Check in for Cleveland's news, talk, and sports.
See what's happening
on WTAM 1100.
Khalil Watson leads it off for the Guardians, second inning. And the pitch to him is outside and high for ball 1 from Kaiwei Tung, the right-hander from Taiwan, 27 years of age, and he never pitched in the Far East. His only experience has been stateside. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball off the bat of Watson to shallow center. Back goes Pena, the shortstop, and he makes the catch to retire Watson, who is now 0 for 11 to start his major league career. Still looking for that first hit, but I feel like it's coming.
Yeah, I like his swing. He's got plenty of bat quickness. Right now he's just kind of in between and taking some pretty good pitches.
Now Stephen Kwan, the left fielder. Here's Tung's pitch on the outside corner, strike one. Quan batting .207 with 1 home run and 13 driven in. Trying to get it going on this road swing. He's 0 for 6 in this series. Here's Tung's pitch, and that's outside for a ball, fastball. But Tung was originally signed by the Twins back in 2017 as a non-drafted free agent out of Taiwan. Never did make it to the major leagues with Minnesota. Here's his pitch, and it's outside for a ball, 2-1 to Quan. The Giants picked him up in a deadline deal back in 2019. And then he had to re-sign with them as a minor league free agent in 2024. Here's the pitch. Swung on and popped him up. On the infield this time, the second baseman, Delgado's under it, makes the catch. And a couple of pop-ups for the first 2 outs in this top half of the second inning. And then big league time for Tung with the Giants. 4 games in 2024, and then 8 more games last year, and now full-time work in the big leagues with Houston this season. Patrick Bailey, the batter. Good night for Bailey last night. 3 for 4 at the plate. The pitch to him, down low for a ball. Since joining the Guardians, Bailey was off to a slow start at the plate with the Giants. In 21 games with Cleveland, though, now batting .230 with a home run and 5 driven in. Switch hitter, left side. The pitch to him. Fastball missed, low and in. Guardians down by a score of 1-0 on the Yordan Alvarez first inning home run. Now the 2-0 to Bailey. Down low, ball 3.
You know, when you're going as well as he is going right now, you take those borderline pitches, you see him so well, and you recognize him out of that pitcher's hand. I'd go ahead and let him swing away here 3-0. The way he's swinging.
Here comes the pitch. And he takes it. It's outside for ball 4, and Bailey draws a 2-out walk. And Bailey came into the action today. Last 7 games hitting over 400. So it's a pretty good streak he's got going now of quality at-bats. Number 9 hitter Petey Halpin steps in. He was 1 for 3 last night. Infrequent playing time for Halpin, but getting to play back-to-back games now as he takes a pitch low and in for a ball. And Pat, you went through stretches in your career where you had to somehow stay sharp if you weren't playing every day. And what's the challenge for Halpin?
It's tough. I think you got to get out to the ballpark and you got to take as much batting practice as possible. Try to hit off some of the pitchers who are trying to throw.
The 1-0 swung on, fouled away, third base.
Do anything you can to keep your timing at the plate. I would also like to go down to the bullpen, and when they were warming up or the pitchers were throwing in between their starts, go up there and just stand at the home plate just to keep your timing as much as possible.
Here's the 1-1. Swung on, and there's a tapper to first. Dug out by the first baseman Walker, and he's right there to step on the bag to retire Halpin and the Guardians. After an inning and a half, it's Houston 1, Cleveland 0.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. And what about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Let's talk NOPEC. NOPEC uses the bulk buying power of nearly 1 million customers in over 250 Ohio communities to negotiate competitive electric and natural gas rates. They also work behind the scenes, challenging utility rate increases and fighting for consumer-friendly energy policies. For more than 25 years, NOPEC has been been working to keep your energy bills affordable. Learn more at nopec.org or by calling NOPEC's 24/7 Customer Care Center.
Attention on deck. Calling all Cuyahoga County vets. We are the Veteran Service Commission, your forward operating base. From VA claims and financial assistance and more, we got your six. Visit us today at 3950 Chester Avenue.
Hey, you mind keeping it down up there, please?
KeyBank will meet you in that I need new neighbors moment.
Rick, it's your mortgage loan officer, Bev. I was in the neighborhood and wanted to let you know your home loan application's been approved.
Beth, you're always there for me, and not a moment too soon.
Are your neighbors bowling with grand pianos again?
And apparently raising livestock?
Ooh. For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 399797.
The Bloom Daddy Show. People want it. Tomorrow afternoon at 3. We will continue giving it to you on WTAM 1100.
Guardians trailing by a score of 1-0 as Slade Ciccone goes back to work for Cleveland. Jose Altuve leads it off and takes a breaking pitch in there for strike one. Altuve in his 16th Major League season now at the age of 36. Batting average down a little bit at .239 coming in. Here's the pitch. And it's up high for a ball. He's a 3-time batting champ, so you know it's in there.
Yeah, he's won just about every major award there is in Major League Baseball. You know, he's a 7-time Silver Slugger Award winner as a second baseman. That is tied with Ryan Sandberg for the most ever for a second baseman.
It has been quite a career for Jose Altuve. Here's the 1-1. Bunts. Third base side. Good bunt rolling. Foul down the third base line. And that's a break for the Guardians. If that stayed fair, he has a hit.
But that was almost perfectly executed by Altuve. 1-1. You don't want to really bunt when there's two strikes, but it was 1-1, and Gabriel Arias, the third baseman, had moved back deep at third base. All he had to do was get it by the pitcher, and he almost succeeded.
Now the 1-2 from Ciccone. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Got him to chase the slider. First strikeout for Slade Ciccone. One down in the inning. And don't forget, Guardians open a new homestand Friday night. They'll host Seattle on a Sugardale Dollar Dog Night. Plus postgame fireworks presented by Leinen Kugel. Get there early. Pre-game in the district. Coors Lights on sale. There's Joey Loperfido, and he takes a pitch down low for ball one. Grab your tickets at CLEGuardians.com. Loperfido batting .250, 7 runs batted in and limited playing time. Left-handed hitter. The pitch from Ciccone. Swung on, and there's a fly ball left center. Cruising after it is Halpin, the center fielder, and he makes the catch for the second out in the inning. Cam Smith will step in, the right fielder. Youngster in his second Major League season. Just 23. Did not take him long to reach the Major Leagues. Did so in his second pro season. Here's the pitch to him. And it's on the outside corner for a strike.
Had a big spring last year and made the team out of spring training, and he is their future. They're resting, putting a lot on his shoulders for a young player.
The 0-1 swung on, fouled off at home plate. And so far this year, playing every day, batting just .222 with 7 home runs, 26 driven in. But again, just his second Major League season after being acquired from the Cubs last offseason. Here's the 0-2. Just missed outside. 1-0, Houston in front. We're in the bottom half of the second inning here at Daikin Park. The 1-2 pitch. Low and outside. 2-2. Always 73 degrees inside here with the roof closed. Warm and humid outside, 86 degrees in downtown Houston today.
What was that orange thing you saw in the sky today?
That
what
was sun.
it?
I think it was the sun.
Well, the first time we've seen it since we've been here.
2-2. Swung on, popped up foul out of play, right side. It's been gloomy. We've had thunderstorms, high humidity.
Lots of rain yesterday.
Yep. Now the 2-2 pitch to Smith. Fastball up, 3-2. The first couple of years of this franchise before they moved into the Astrodome, how did they do it? Playing outside here through the heat of the summer.
It was so bad they had to go build the Astrodome.
And now everybody,
the
it seems.
The mosquitoes and the heat. Oh.
There's the 3-2. Swung on, ground ball to the first baseman, Manzardo. Up with it, races to the bag in time. And the side is retired, and now you have retractable domes, full-fledged domes all over baseball. And they keep it closed here most of the time. We head to the third, 1-0, Houston in front.
With reimagined exhibits, the Cleveland Museum of Natural History invites you to experience science and nature. Select local cities visit free every weekend as part of the Jack Joseph and Morton Mandel Community Days. Go to cmnh.org.
In baseball, you win with a bullpen you can trust. On the job site, you win with equipment that is ready to go when you are. Ohio Cat Rentals works just as hard as you do, bringing dependable rental equipment from skid steers to scissor lifts to keep your job on track and your crew moving. No strikes, no outs, just solid machines that show up and get to work. With Ohio Cat behind you, you've got the support to knock your project out of the park. Visit ohiocat.com to buy or rent. Ohio Cat, proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
Looking for endless summer adventure? We've got you covered. Snag your season pass to Kalahari Resorts and unlock access all summer long. Plus, take advantage of exclusive perks and discounts. Whether you're sliding down the Tullis water slide or lounging around the pool, there's fun for all ages. 2 water parks, 1 pass. Visit KalahariResorts.com/Ohio to purchase your pass today. At Kalahari, every season is water park season.
Whether you have allergies in the beginning of the year or allergies later, here is a Zyrtec reminder to gain 24 hours of relief. It starts working in the first hour and stays strong throughout the day. We are all busy and no one wants to get caught feeling miserable from itchy eyes or a runny nose, creating problems and inhibiting us from doing the daily activities and tasks we have. Enjoy the year to the fullest with Zyrtec. Get that allergy relief and pick up some today at your local discount drug mart, the official drugstore of the Cleveland Guardians.
This is Mike Snyder. Tom Hamilton recaps Guardians Astros at 8:45 tomorrow morning, WTAM 1100.
1-0 Houston. Travis Bazzana leads it off for the Guardians. Third inning. Takes a breaking ball strike from Kaiwei Tung. And the count is 0-1. This is the Hyundai Grand Slam giveaway inning. Lindsey Burbridge of Kent is our contestant this afternoon. Here comes the 0-1. And Bazzana takes it outside for a ball. Should the Guardians hit a grand slam here in the third, Lindsey Burbridge of Kent would win a Hyundai Kona, courtesy of your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers. Visit HyundaiGrandSlam.com to enter. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled off. And the count's now 1-2. So Bazzana's coming off the 4-hit, 2-home run, 5 RBI game last night, and ran into him down in the clubhouse this morning and asked him how many times did he have a similar game maybe at Oregon State. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off at home plate. And he said, I had quite a few of those.
As a matter of fact.
Yeah, not bragging, but just, he said, I had quite a few. So we put Brian Motze on the case. How much is quite a few? And Motze, after careful digging and record keeping, found the results. First the pitch to Bazzana, down low for a ball. During his 3 seasons at Oregon State, 10 times Travis Bazzana hit 2 home runs in a game, and he had 1 3-homer game.
So 11 times.
11 multi-homer games.
Wow.
For Travis Bazzana. Now, We're not sure if those were 4-hit games or not, but still impressive. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. He had an infield single his first time up today. Strikes out here to open the third. 1 down in the inning.
Well, if you can hit, I think you can hit anywhere. College, pro, doesn't matter.
And he's not as big as a Yordan Alvarez, so you don't think slugger, but he's got some pop. There's no question about that. And his approach is what sets him apart. Here's the pitch to Manzardo, and Kyle Manzardo takes it outside for a ball. He'll zone in, and when the pitch is right, he'll sell out and try and launch one. Here comes the 1-0 from Tung, and it's outside and high, 2-0. So we thank Motzi for that. We were going to fly him on the red eye out to Corvallis, Oregon to check in with the SID out there, but we said, just use the internet. That might be more cost efficient. Here's the 2-0, and that's on the outside corner for a strike. It's 2-1.
That's impressive, though. 11 multi-homer games in college. Wow. I would have guessed 3 when you told me. He said, yeah, I've done that before.
Now the 2-1. Breaking ball, caught the outside corner for a strike. Good slider. Manzardo popped out to the catcher his first time up. OPS of 928 since the start of May, so it's been a good stretch here for a while. After a slow start for Manzardo, he stayed with his approach, and it's paying off now. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, fouled away, third base side.
And Stephen Vogt was talking about the lineup, putting the lineup together now with all the injuries that they've had, and they're pretty set with their first 4 guys. They said they're really happy with Pizzana, Manzardo, Rocchio, and now Arias today. Someone asked him yesterday about moving around the lineup and what it's like for young players.
The 2-2, low and in, almost hit him in the foot. Instead, it's ball 3, and it's now 3-2.
And his quote was, go take your at-bat, but be yourself. Go take your at-bat who you are. You're not a number 3 hitter, or you're not a number 2 hitter. You're a hitter. So just be you, and you'll be fine.
Now the payoff. Swung on, popped it up. Foul behind home plate, and this one will reach the seats. Well, for most of the season, Rocchio has hit in that number 9 spot and was performing outstanding at the plate, so they would take that even in the number 2 or 3 spot in the lineup.
Yeah, and don't change anything. Don't try and be a number 3 hitter.
Good battle here for Manzardo. Another full count pitch coming. Here it is, and he fouls it away again. Third base side, well out of play. Manzardo hangs tough here with a 3-2 count. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. 1-0 Houston. 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line drive, center field, base hit. Manzardo wins the battle with a clean single up the middle. 1-out base runner for the Guardians.
What a great at-bat there, fouling off some tough pitches that were just on the corner, and then finally got one to his liking right down the middle, and he smoked that ball to center.
So now Rocchio steps in that number 3 spot in the lineup. He singled his first time up. Guardians had a threat going in that first inning, a pair of singles. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and chopped foul at home plate. And they had runners at first and second with 1 out, second and third with 2 outs, but could not score. And then Yordan Alvarez in the bottom of the first inning launched his 25th home run of the season. And there's your difference in the ball game right now. 1-0 Astros. Guardians were winners last night, 8-1, after they dropped the series opener Friday night. Here's the pitch, and it's in tight for a ball. 1-1 the count. You look at the the way the teams they're playing on this road trip have been playing of late, this is a challenging road trip for Cleveland. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, and there's a slow tapper first base side. Picked up by Walker. Flips back to the pitcher covering, and Tung got there in time. Moving up to second is Manzardo, as Rocchio's retired at first, and now there's 2 down in the inning.
The ball just wasn't hit hard enough for the defense to get that lead runner. So the next best thing, get over there, and he led this pitcher. Flipped that ball to the pitcher and led him perfectly to catch it and then find the bag for the second out.
Now Gabriel Arias struck out his first time up. Right-handed batter. Here's the pitch to him. Swung on, and he pops it up. Right field. Settling under it, the right fielder Smith. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. We head to the bottom half of the third inning. It's Houston 1, the Guardians nothing.
Our yoga instructor challenged us to find inner peace. I found it faster than anyone. After 4 seconds, I stood up and screamed, "I found Nirvana! I win!" They asked me to leave. I guess they don't respect winning. Bet365 does, though. New customers get $365 in bonus bets just for betting $10. Namaste, losers. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Since day one of your child's life, you've been all hands in. At Cleveland Clinic Children's, we make our patients a very similar promise: to be the hands you can trust, no matter what specialty care is needed. As Northeast Ohio's trusted children's hospital, when their health needs a helping hand, put their care in hands you trust. Learn more at clevelandclinicchildrens.org/hands.
Hey Guardians fans, are you thinking of consolidating your debt with a home equity loan? With the average homeowner having over $200,000 of home equity, get it out of the park with Union Home Mortgage, the official mortgage partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 2229.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand, so shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Make WTAM 1100 a preset on our free iHeartRadio app and listen to Guardians Baseball.
Guardians trailing by a run. Bottom of the third inning. Raynel Delgado leads things off for Houston. And he takes a pitch outside from Slade Ciccone for ball 1. Delgado playing in just his 5th game with the Astros. 3 for 8 at the plate. Spelling Jose Altuve at second base today. Here's Ciccone's pitch. Swung on, line toward the second baseman, past a diving Bazana into right field for a base hit. So Delgado, with a rare chance to play, singles to lead off the third.
Get yourself into a fastball count and don't miss it. And he didn't miss it to lead off the inning.
I believe I said Bazana at second. Bazana DHing today. That was Daniel Schneemann with a great effort. Trying to smother that ball, and it just got by him. Now, bunt attempt by the number 9 hitter, Christian Vasquez, and he pulls it back. The pitch was up high for a ball. 1-0, Ciccone settling in. And he has been doing that of late. The curveball really coming around for him. There goes the runner with the pitch. It's bunted. First base side of the mound. Picked up by Ciccone. Throws low, but a good scoop by Manzardo at first to complete the putout there. But it's a sac bunt for Christian Vasquez. A beauty.
Trying to put the pressure on the defense. They started the runner over at first base. And then Vasquez deadened the ball out in front of home plate. And Ciccone threw the ball over one hop to first baseman, and he picked it nicely.
Now top of the lineup, Jeremy Pena, who flied to right his first time up. Well, you look at Ciccone, 3 starts in the month of June, 2 of those against the Yankees. The other was against the Brewers. It's been terrific. Here's the pitch. And it's up high for a ball. In 16 2/3 innings, he's only allowed 4 runs this month. Has a base runner out there at second with 1 away here in the third. Here's the pitch. And it's swung on, line to short, caught by Rocchio, and they won't have an easier double play as Delgado was advancing to third or attempting to, but didn't look up. And Rocchio made the catch and has an easy throwback to second to complete the twin killing. Side retired. We are headed to inning number 4 here in Houston. It's 1-0 Astros.
It happens every night. The clock strikes dinner, and suddenly it's all you can think about. What's for dinner? That's when you think Stouffer's. Rich, cheesy lasagna, freshly made stuffed peppers, and creamy, comforting mac and cheese. Made with quality ingredients and ready when you are. Dinner solved. When the clock strikes dinner, think Stouffer's.
Looking for a better night's sleep and a better planet? Visit Wayside Furniture in Akron, where comfort meets sustainability. Discover Evergreen by White Dove, made with eco-friendly materials like bamboo fibers, Joma wool, and natural latex. Pair it with a zero-gravity adjustable base to help reduce snoring and improve comfort. Celebrate Wayside's 89th anniversary with savings on everything for every room, inside and out. Ask about free gifts, bonus cash discounts, special financing, and free delivery. Wayside Furniture in Akron, keeping it local since 1937.
A lot of businesses are in a pinch right now. They need more workers to keep things running, but they're not ready to hire anyone full-time. If you're one of those businesses, you might consider flexible labor from Minuteman Staffing. Minuteman has over 50 years' experience providing light industrial and warehouse workers in Northeast Ohio. They're ready for the job with drug screens and background checks. And Minuteman handles all the workers' comp and payroll. Reach out to them today. MinutemenInc.com.
Service, sacrifice, citizenship. The 3 core pillars of the Bob Feller Act of Valor Foundation. Learn more about Hall of Fame pitcher and Chief Petty Officer Bob Feller's service to his country at actofvaloraward.org.
The day's happenings.
Today we learned here's what we know.
Every day.
In real time.
On WTAM 1100.
4th inning underway. Daniel Schneemann pops one foul into the seats off to the third base side. And it's 0-1 on Schneemann. 1-0 Houston. Schneemann struck out his first time up, facing Kai-Wei Tung, the right-hander out of Taiwan. Here's his pitch. And it's in there for a strike. Fastball that time at 93, but at the knees, and quickly it's 0-2. Now the 0-2 from Tung. Way outside with the curveball. 1-2 the count. Hey, when you got rust to bust, use PB Blaster, a Cleveland original since 1957. PB Blaster, always work it like a pro. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Schneemann. Breaking ball, chopped to the right side, scooped up by Delgado, the second baseman. Underhand flip to first for the out. 1 down, and let's pause. 10 seconds station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
Khalil Watson steps in. 1 out, bases empty in the 4th inning. Guardians down by a run. The pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. Jim Rosenhaus along with Pat Tabler filling in for Tom Hamilton on this road swing. Hammy will be back on Friday when the team returns home to open a new homestand. Here comes the 1-0. On the inside corner for a strike to even the count. David Obert is our on-site engineer here in the booth. And Brian Matze is back home at Command Center. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Watson. Outside and high, 2-1.
Christian Vasquez is imploring his pitcher to throw the ball in the strike zone. He's thrown a ton of pitches already, 60 of them, and we're only in the fourth inning.
Here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. Watson popped to short his first time up. Trying to get that first major league hit in the books. 2-2 the count on him. Here's the pitch. Down low, and Vasquez says no, it wasn't. And he challenges on the ABS system. And we'll see if he's correct or the home plate umpire, Edwin Moscoso, is. And it is a strike three. Vasquez with a successful challenge. Watson strikes out. 2 down in the inning.
The Houston Astros are the best in baseball at challenging. They don't miss many.
Stephen Kwan will step in. Popped to second his first time up. Here's Tung's pitch. In there for a strike. Their manager, Joe Espada, was talking about that yesterday before the game, that they really try and analyze after the game what went right, when the right time to challenge is, based on a lot of factors. The 0-1 inside, and the count's 1-1. And then that's part of their pregame scouting reports. They go over the umpire and the other team's pitcher and obviously their catcher, and just reinforce when is the right time to challenge. The 1-1 swung on, and there's a high fly ball to left. Back on it is Alvarez, and he makes the catch as he got to the warning track to retire Kwan. And the Guardians, who go in order in the fourth. We head to the bottom of the inning. It's Houston 1, the Guardians 0.
Dollar Bank is a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians. Only with Dollar Bank can you get a Cleveland Guardians debit card design and Guardians branded checks. And when you use your card at the Guardians team store online or at Progressive Field, you'll get a great deal on the latest officially licensed MLB gear too. To learn more, visit dollar.bank/baseball. Dollar Bank. Let's get you there.
Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. The perks described herein are subject to change or termination without notice and at the sole discretion of Dollar Bank and or the Cleveland Guardians.
Hey, sports fans, there's no better feeling than when you're watching your team dominate. But remember, when the offseason comes, you can still channel your team spirit with a fresh coat of color. Ask Sherwin-Williams how you can make every day feel like game day with over 1,700 colors and a top-tier coaching staff to bring the energy of your team spirit home. Shop online or visit your neighborhood store today.
Swung on, there's a high fly ball, launched to right field. Home run, Jose Ramirez.
This is Jim Rosenhaus, and you are listening to the Cleveland Clinic Guardians Radio Network.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams sale and get 30% off Super Paint, Super Deck, and Woodscapes products June 12th through the 22nd. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Weather when you need it. Your severe weather station is WTAM 1100.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Yordan Alvarez leads it off for Houston. Slade Ciccone delivers, and the pitch is fouled back for strike one as he came after him with the heat. Alvarez, the difference in this game. Home run back in the first inning into the lower stands and right. That's it, 1-0 Houston. Here comes the 0-1 from Ciccone, way outside and high.
And with that home run, he is now leading the league in home runs with 25. So I have a question for you. True or false? The Astros have never had a hitter in their franchise history lead the league in home runs. True or false? They've had some great home run hitters.
I'm going to stick with my answer from before the game when you ran this. You pre-screened it, the 1-1, and it's outside for a ball. I'm going to say that's False. They have had a league leader, and how'd I do?
You lost.
I thought the toy cannon.
Yes.
Back in the day, the 2-1, outside and high, 3-1.
If I didn't read that today, I would have been right with you right there. Jeff Bagwell. You figure he must have led the league in home runs. Lee May. You mentioned the toy cannon, Jimmy Wynn, but they've never had a hitter lead the league in homers.
The 3-1, outside and low for ball 4. So Alvarez draws the walk. Well, if anybody can do it, it would be this guy, Yordan Alvarez. He walks on down to first base here, and Christian Walker will step in. Don't forget, whenever the Guardians win, your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers will donate $500 to Cleveland Guardians charities. That'll support expanded access to youth sports in Cleveland. The pitch to Walker, fastball just missed outside. 1-0 the count on Walker, who flied to center his first time up. Here's Cicconi's 1-0. Swung on, line drive to right. That gets down for a base hit. Alvarez will stop at second on the single off the bat of Christian Walker. And Houston now has runners at first and second. Nobody out.
Well, this is a tough middle of the lineup that you have to navigate your way through. The Houston Astros. Alvarez, Walker, Paredes, and then Altuve. If you can get through those 4 guys unscathed, you should be okay.
Well, here's Paredes, who flied to center his first time. The pitch to him. Waved at and missed for a strike. 0-1 the count on Paredes. Indoors today at Dyken Park. 73 degrees indoors, 86 outside, and brightening skies, which at times can be a factor here during day games, as this is one of those ballparks where, yes, the roof covers it, but huge windows above the wall out in left field all the way to the ceiling. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2, so that lets a lot of natural daylight in. But not sunshine today, as it's a cloudy day outside. Challenge by the Guardians, and the pitch was a ball. So the call is, challenged by the Astros. The call was overturned, as it was not a strike as originally called by Edwin Moscoso. Instead, a ball to run the count to 1-1. Next pitch. Swung on, ground ball near the middle, off the glove of the diving shortstop Rocchio into shallow center. That's going to allow Alvarez to come all the way around from second and score. And the Astros now lead it 2-0. Into third is Walker, and it's a single for Isaac Paredes, driving in a second run.
We mentioned how he is an extreme pull hitter, Paredes. So Rocchio, the shortstop, was taking away the base hit in the hole. He had a long way to go to get that ball that was up the middle. Got a glove on it and slowed it down. But it trickled out into short center field, and that allowed that runner to go from first to third.
So a walk and 2 singles, a run in, and big trouble with Jose Altuve at the plate. He takes a breaking pitch in there for a strike. And the infield is in for the Guardians, as they would love to be able to cut off a run at home plate if they can. Walker, the base runner, at third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got the fastball past him, and it's 0-2. Key point in this game. Ciccone trying to stay away from the big inning. Nobody out. Here's the 0-2. Way upstairs for a ball. 1-2 the count on Altuve, who struck out his first time up. What a career it has been for Jose Altuve. 9 All-Star games. Here's the pitch, and he swings, lines it to third. Caught by the third baseman, Arias, tumbling to the ground to do it. no chance to double anyone off, but that's a nice play by Arias to prevent a base hit.
Yeah, the infield was in, and that ball was hit hard. It was a slider down and away from Altuve, and he was able to get the head out and pull it to the left side of the infield. And I think if Arias didn't have to dive for that ball, he might have had a shot at doubling up the runner at first base. But he had to leave his feet, and he'll take it.
Joey Loperfido steps in. The pitch to him. He swings, rips it to first. Up with it, Manzardo, and he throws home. They have the runner hung up between third and home. Bailey runs at Walker, tags him out, and the runners end up at second and first. Now there's 2 down in the inning, and Ciccone could work out of this with minimal damage. So that's a fielder's choice, allowing Loperfido to reach, and the out on Walker goes 3-2. Nicely done by Manzardo.
Yeah, he had some options there. He could have gone 3-6-3 for the double play to get out of the inning, but he took the sure out. Wanted to make sure that he got that runner at the plate.
Cam Smith steps in. First and second, 2 away. Fastball strike on the outside corner. A run is in the inning, and it's 2-0 Houston. Here's Ciccone's pitch, and it's down low for a ball. But bear in mind, the Astros had runners on the corners with nobody out, looking for more. And now it's 2 down with runners at first and second, and still just that 1 run has scored here in the fourth. Guardians yet to break through against Kai-Wei Tung, the starter today for Houston. But Ciccone's trying to keep it close. The 1-1. Up high for a ball. Snap throw to first. Not in time. Bailey firing away down to Manzardo at first base, but Loperfido dove back in. Outfield shades Smith to the opposite field. Big gap in left center. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball outside and low. 3-1. Raynel Delgado waits on deck for Houston. Here's Ciccone's 3-1 pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 3-2. Good slider that time from Ciccone.
Crossed him up. He was sitting on that heater.
Payoff pitch coming. Here it is. There go the runners, and the pitch is grounded near the middle. Scooped up by Rocchio. The shortstop fires to first in time for the out, and the side is retired. But the Astros add another run, and we'll head to the fifth. Houston 2, the Guardians nothing.
More flavors, more indulgence, more reasons to choose Perry's ice cream. Richer, creamier, real ice cream in every scoop makes Perry's a home run combination. Whether you're watching the Guardians at home or at the ballpark. From curated classics to bold originals and everything in between, Perry's has a flavor for you. Make every day a winner and treat yourself to Perry's at Progressive Field or find us at your local retailer today. Perry's is a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
A lot of businesses are in a pinch right now. They need more workers to keep things running, but they're not ready to hire anyone full-time. If you're one of those businesses, you might consider flexible labor from Minuteman Staffing. Minuteman has over 50 years' experience providing light industrial and warehouse workers in Northeast Ohio. They're ready for the job with drug screens and background checks. And Minuteman handles all the workers' comp and payroll. Reach out to them today. MinutemenInc.com.
America drives Toyota and the best-selling built in the USA Camry. Now through June 30th, lease a new Camry LE for $309 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing for a contract cost of $15,123. Excludes all applicable taxes and government fees with approved credit through TFS. Price will vary based on accessories. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Celebrating 50 years of impact, Ohio University's Heritage College of Osteopathic Medicine leads the way from Cleveland to communities across our great state as the #1 producer of primary care doctors in Ohio. Learn more at ohio.edu/medicine.
This is Mike Snyder. Tomorrow morning, it's news, talk, sports, traffic, and weather, 6 to 10, WTAM 1100.
Patrick Bailey leads it off for the Guardians. First pitch swinging. He chops one to first, and it's hauled in by Walker, who takes it to the bag in time for the out. One pitch, one down for Kaiwei Tung, who's spinning a shutout right now on 3 hits as we hit the 5th inning. The Guardians are trailing by a score of 2-0.
Make them put the ball in play. This is the best fielding team in the American League. And that guy over at first base who's made the last couple plays hasn't made an error this year.
Here's Petey Halpin. The pitch to him. Outside and high for ball 1. And we talked about it at the top. A key defensive play yesterday for Cleveland seemed to spur them on to what turned out to be an easy win. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, and that's hammered high in the air. Deep right center. Long run, low Perfido. He's looking up. He'll have to play it off the wall. Halpin can fly. He's around second, on his way to third, and he's in with a triple. Petey Halpin with a blast to deep right center, and as big as this ballpark is, he was able to reach third base easily.
Boy, he put a charge into that ball. No chance for the outfielders to get that one. Right in front of the bullpens in right center field. He short hops the wall, and by the time the Astros run it down and get it back in, he's standing on third.
With his first major league triple. Now, Travis Bazzana at the plate. Guardians trying to get on the board. Here's the pitch, and it's outside and high for ball 1. Bazzana getting a day off from second base. He's the DH. In a key spot here, 5th inning, Guardians down 2-0. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Changeup had him out front. Bazzana, an infield single and a strikeout in 2 trips. Tung, always from the stretch. Here's his pitch. Swung on, and that's fouled away. Third base side, and out of play.
Infield is back in the middle and on the right side. Just battling now to try and put the ball in play and get that run in. Cut into this lead.
The 1-2 delivery. Swung on, poked foul over to the Astros dugout on the first base side. Travis Bazzana coming off that huge game yesterday. What a series he has going. 7 for 10 at the plate. And it's been an equally impressive road trip. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped him up foul. This one comes straight back and out of play. I'll do it again on 1 and 2 to Bazzana, who is now 9 for 19 on the trip.
He has, coming into this game, 80 total bases already in 46 big league games. 80. Pretty impressive.
Here comes the 1-2 to Bazzana. Swung on, ground ball to the second baseman. Up with it, Delgado. Flips on to first for the out, but that gets the run in. As coming down the line from third is Petey Halpin, and the Guardians are on the board. It's now a 2-1 ball game. Houston in front with 2 down and the bases empty.
Boy, what a good piece of hitting that was. 2 strikes, he cut his swing down. He didn't want to strike out or pop the ball up. Just put it in play, and he's got himself an RBI. He's getting high fives in that dugout.
24 runs batted in for Bazzana. Pitch to Manzardo, and he lines it to right, but right at the right fielder, Smith, who reaches up and makes the catch in self-defense. Manzardo retired. So are the Guardians. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 2-1, Houston in front.
Are you ready to join a winning team? Like the Guardians, SwageLock is proud to call Northeast Ohio home. As a leading manufacturer of fluid system solutions, our products can be found all over the world. We are one of the largest employers in the Cleveland area and an award-winning workplace. Discover where stability meets opportunity with a career at SwageLock. We're hiring and invite you to explore open jobs at jobs.swagelock.com. That's jobs.swagelock.com.
Hi, I'm Pat Moran, owner of Window World and a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians. Today's game is brought to you by another winning team, Window World. We're family-owned right here in Ohio, and for more than 23 years, we've been providing you with quality windows, doors, siding, and gutters professionally installed, backed by a lifetime warranty, and always at a great price. So let's hit a grand slam together and call the Window World team at 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD or visit windowworld.com for a free in-home estimate.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Step back in time and celebrate America's pastime at the Baseball Heritage Museum at League Park, the birthplace of Cleveland baseball. Relive legendary moments and discover the history that shaped the game we love. Visit baseballheritagemuseum.org today.
The Bloom Daddy Show. Played out in and around Cleveland. Tomorrow afternoon starting at 3 on WTAM 1100.
Raynel Delgado leads things off for Houston as we're underway in the bottom half of inning number 5. It's 2-1. Astros in front. Slade Ciccone with the 0-1. Fastball up high. 1-1 the count. Hey, Dollar Bank is a proud banking partner of the Guardians with 28 locations across Northeast Ohio. They're ready to provide solutions to help get you there. Here's the 1-1 to Delgado. Breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. Delgado doesn't think so. He challenges. Well, we'll see how this one goes. Called a strike. And it's a ball outside and high. So another successful challenge by the Astros.
That's 51 now. Challenges. Major League leading 51 ABS challenges on the season that they've gotten right. Best in baseball.
Now the pitch. Swung on, and that's lifted high in the air. Fairly deep right center. Back on it, Watson, and he makes the catch. Delgado retired for the first out here in the 5th inning. Guardians trailing by that 2-1 score. The new 6th generation Toyota 4Runner is the most technologically advanced 4Runner ever, and it's backed by over 40 years of off-road experience. Toyota lets go places. Number 9 hitter Christian Vasquez steps in, and he takes a breaking ball strike. Vasquez with a sac bunt his first time up. Right-handed hitting catcher. The pitch to him. Down low for a ball. Vasquez has been with Boston and Minnesota in addition to Houston in his major league career. 1-1 the count on him. Ciccone lets it fly, and his fastball's in there for a strike.
He was playing in the WBC when Houston signed him. Doing really well in WBC this year. Looking for a job, and I guess having a good tournament got him a big league job.
The 1-2 is chopped to third. Backhand picked up Arias. Long throw, low. Good scoop by Manzardo in time for the out. A cannon of an arm for Arias, and he needed all of it that time, and good work by Manzardo on the other end.
That was a design play by Arias to bounce the ball over there accurately on a couple of hops and then dug out nicely. Know the runner, know the speed of the ball. Good play on both ends.
Jeremy Pena, the batter. Pena's 0 for 2. The pitch to him. He swings, lines it to right center. This is trouble. It's going to split the gap. Cut off deep on the warning track by Halpin, but Pena is into second base with a stand-up double. 2-out base runner in scoring position now for Houston on double number 9 for Jeremy Pena.
He's got some pop. That's his 9th extra base hit in his last 19 games, slicing that ball to right center field. He's been very aggressive today, swinging at that first or second pitch at all 3 of his at-bats.
Well, you hear the boos because Yordan Alvarez will not get a chance to bat. The Guardians walk him intentionally with first base open and 2 down. They would much rather face Christian Walker, who's having a good season in his own right, but not the year that Yordan Alvarez is having. So they'll face Walker instead. Out to the mound to have a chat with Ciccone is Patrick Bailey, the veteran catcher, making sure they're on the same page. Guardians take on the Mariners next Saturday. Tanner Bybee City Connect jersey giveaway night, courtesy of Marathon, plus post-game fireworks presented by Window World. Should be a fun night. Get your tickets at CLEGuardians.com. Well, here's Walker. 1 for 2 with a single. The pitch to him. Swung on, yanked foul outside of third, right past his third base coach, Tony Perez-Chica. Walker already with 52 runs batted in on the season, 3rd most in the American League. And he has a base runner out there at second and Pena with Alvarez on at first. Here's the pitch. Swung on, broken bat roller to third, up with it Arias, short way to second, in time for the force, and the side is retired with no damage done. 5 complete in Houston. It's the Astros 2, the Guardians 1.
In Ohio, Guardians fans love to see the pitcher deliver a fastball. But when life throws you a curveball, like a house fire or water damage, it can be devastating. Fortunately, there's a designated hitter in Paul Davis Restoration. Water, fire, wind, mold. Paul Davis Restoration handles everything from cleanup to recovery to reconstruction for residential and commercial properties. When your home or business faces a devastating blow, Paul Davis is the answer. Paul Davis Restoration, the Guardians' official partner of property damage restoration.
For over 30 years, CertaPro Painters has been part of countless memories. Every wall tells a story, and we've been proud to help write them. We are more than just your local painters, with care, craftsmanship, and certainty. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home, beautifully painted and worry-free. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Step to the plate and experience the magic of the Baseball Heritage Museum at League Park, the birthplace of Cleveland's rich and diverse baseball history. Explore Cleveland's 100-plus year Major League tradition, its connection to the Negro Leagues, featuring the Cleveland Buckeyes, the Latin and Hispanic influence, and the history of women in the game we love. Open Wednesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., perfect for a family outing or an afternoon of nostalgia. To learn more, visit baseballheritagemuseum.org today.
NEO Born, NEO Reimagined, NEO Home. K&D offers unparalleled knowledge about Northeast Ohio because they live, work, and thrive right here with you. Looking for a new apartment or location for your business? K&D has the perfect fit. Contact K&D today and discover your perfect home. KND.com.
Check in for Cleveland's news, talk, and sports.
See what's happening
on WTAM 1100.
Guardians down by a run as Brian Rocchio leads it off in the 6th inning. Kaiwei Tung fires away, and his pitch is outside for a ball, the slider, and it's 1-0 on Rocchio, who singled his first time up. He's 1 for 2. Bounced to first last time in the 3rd inning. Switch hitter, left side. The pitch to him. Outside and high for a ball, 2-0. Get you the injury report this half inning, presented by Elk & Elk. Serious lawyers for serious injuries. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. First, the pitch from Tung on 2-0. Here it is. breaking ball drops in there for a strike. Of course, for the Guardians, 3 key cogs to their lineup out. Jose Ramirez, hamate bone surgery on his left hand. Angel Martinez with a broken foot. Here's the pitch. Swung on, lined right side. One hop grab by Walker, the first baseman. Flips to the pitcher, covering in time for the out. Nice play by one of the best, Christian Walker at first base. Also, Chase DeLauder on the injured list with the rib issue, but I think of the 3, they feel he could be back most quick. And then some tough news for a pitcher in the minor league system. Looks like surgery is in the future for Cal Stephen, who had been pitching for AA Akron. An elbow issue. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 on Gabriel Arias. Stephen was the young man that the Guardians acquired in the trade for Shane Bieber last year. The prospect from the Blue Jays. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, ground ball to third. Up with it, Paredes. Fires over to first, in time for the out. 2 up, 2 down for the Guardians here in the 6th inning, with Cleveland trailing by that 2-1 score. Assistant General Manager James Harris saying that Stephen will undergo right elbow surgery in the near future, so obviously they hope for the best on a young man that they had high hopes for.
I heard good things about him.
Yeah.
In the Toronto organization.
Daniel Schneemann, the batter, swings, fouls it back, strike 1. Well, you can, age old, you can never have enough pitching. Age old quote in baseball, and it rings true every season. You try and stockpile as many good young arms as you can. There comes the 0-1 pitch to Schneemann. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball deep center. Back on it, Loper Fido gets to the track and makes the catch. A long way from home plate, but in the ballpark. Schneemann retired, so are the Guardians, who go in order in the 6th. After 5.5, Houston 2, Cleveland 1.
You may think you know McDonald's drinks, but you don't know them like this. From fruity refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry-flavored Sprite topped with cold foam. Who knew ice-cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all-new drinks are here. Try them all, now at McDonald's. Refreshers contain caffeine.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams sale and get 30% off select paints and stains, June 12th through the 22nd. Shop in store or purchase online for delivery. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Your life's on your phone. Your vehicle should be too. When you download the Spitzer VIP app, convenience is #1. View vehicle health. Get important alerts. Schedule service in seconds. Earn reward points. Plus, new vehicles come with complimentary oil changes and a lifetime warranty at no cost to you. It's all trackable in the Spitzer VIP app. From GPS to live chat support, 100% convenience is here 24/7. Download today. Wag more. Spend less at Spitzer. Proud sponsor of the Guardians.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
This is Mike Snyder. Know the Guardians number and win Guardians tickets at 8:45 tomorrow morning. WTAM 1100.
Slade Ciccone back to work. First pitch swinging. Isak Paredes launches one high and deep to left, but well foul, but hit a long way. Almost looked like it made it to the upper deck down that left field line. Just a long strike. 0-1 the count on Paredes. Here's the pitch from Ciccone. Swung on, grounded to third, foul. So quickly it's 0-2 on Paredes. Jim Rosenhaus along with Pat Tabler, who has joined us for the Houston portion of the road trip. Hammy is off for the remainder of the trip. He'll be back with us on Friday night when the team returns home to take on the Mariners. Jason Kipnis is going to join us in Chicago for the big series against the White Sox starting tomorrow. Next pitch, outside and low.
That should be a lot of fun, huh?
Absolutely.
The White Sox. So when the season started, did you think that would be that big of a...
Nope.
Me either.
But the White Sox have been one of the great stories in baseball. Big turnaround for them. The 1-2, breaking ball down low, 2-2. When Tabby, we saw him quite a bit down the stretch last year, and even though they were on their way to another season right around that 100-loss mark, they were playing a better brand of baseball, and you could see the young talent. The 2-2 pitch, swung on, pulled foul into the Guardians dugout, third base side.
And they brought up some more young talent. I think an outfielder named Montgomery is pretty good in the outfield, one of their top 5 prospects. Young pitching everywhere. Should be a good series.
Now the 2-2, fastball just upstairs, not by much. You know, the teams came in to play today with the Guardians ahead of the White Sox by just a game atop the American League Central Division. Here's the 3-2. Swung on, line left side, base hit down the left field line. Kwan's on it quickly. Paredes makes the turn, but he says, you know what? That's Stephen Kwan out there in left. I'll take a single and be done with that.
Yeah, and if he was paying attention yesterday, Altuve was thrown out on a very similar type of play, a line drive down the left field line. Kwan gets to it so quickly, and we talked about his feet, how quick his feet are. He spins and throws a strike. Paredes said, you know what? I'm okay with a single.
So a leadoff single for Jose Altuve. 2-1, Houston in front. Ciccone delivers, and it's swung on, and he popped him up. Shallow right. Barreling in is Watson, the right fielder, and he makes the catch, coming a long way to do it. Good play by Watson. So one down. That brings up Joey Loperfido. Ciccone has been dancing in and out of trouble here the last 3 innings, but for the most part has kept Houston off the scoreboard. They did nick him for a run in the 4th, and that's the difference now in a 2-1 game. The pitch to Loperfido, and it's on the inside corner, strike 1. Loperfido 0 for 2. Young left-handed hitter. He's been traded back and forth between Houston and the Blue Jays. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball, right center. Cruising after it is Halpin, who makes the catch, cutting in front of Watson to get the job done. 2 down in the inning as the base runner Paredes remains anchored at first. Time for our Cleveland Clinic caregiver shout out. Big thanks to the caregivers at Avon Hospital for everything they do to care for patients and families. Avon Hospital. Cam Smith, the batter, pitch to him. Swung on, ground ball to the second baseman. Schneemann has it. Easy flip to the bag where Rocchio's waiting for the force, and the side is retired. Another good inning for Slade Ciccone. We head to the 7th. 2-1, Houston over the Guardians.
All across America.
America drives Toyota in the all-new, all-hybrid Toyota RAV4. Now through June 30th, lease a new RAV4 LE all-wheel drive for $329 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. For a contract cost of $15,843. Excludes all applicable taxes and government fees. With approved credit through TFS. Price will vary based on accessories. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Don't bust your knuckles, bust your nuts with PB Blaster. the #1 selling penetrant since 1957. It uses a unique capillary action that creeps up and around threads and cavities to break free rusted and corroded parts. Then it protects against further rust and corrosion. Use it on automotive, industrial, marine, plumbing, and other equipment. Blaster Corporation offers a full line of professional-grade products that are formulated to penetrate, lubricate, loosen, fix, and conquer each job. Use Blaster products and work it like a pro.
Looking for endless summer adventure? We've got you covered. Snag your season pass to Kalahari Resorts and unlock access all summer long. Plus, take advantage of exclusive perks and discounts. Whether you're sliding down the Tullis water slide or lounging around the pool, there's fun for all ages. 2 water parks, 1 pass. Visit KalahariResorts.com/Ohio to purchase your pass today. At Kalahari, every season is water park season.
The Guardians are the professionals on the diamond. Peter & Company Jewelers are the diamond professionals. Located in Avon Lake and family owned and trusted for almost 40 years. Stop in or go to peterjewelers.com. It's where Cleveland gets engaged.
Cleveland's news, talk, and sports on WTAM 1100 and on 106.9 FM.
Changes for both teams as we head to the 7th with the Guardians trailing by a run. David Fry will pinch hit because left-hander Stephen Okert has come on in relief for Houston. Here's the pitch to Fry, and it's swung on and missed, strike 1. Fry pinch hitting for Khalil Watson on the left-right switch. Fry, right-handed batter, facing the lefty Okert, who has been a big key out of the pen for Houston. The big lefty delivers, and it's swung on and lifted high in the air, but foul left side and out of play. Fry, as a pinch hitter this year, 1 for 10. Okert delivers, and his slider is low and in. Okert is on for the 36th time. No wins or losses, but an ERA of 2.55. 31 strikeouts in 35 innings. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back into the net.
Pretty simple game plan. I think if you're a Guardians hitters, especially the righties, you're going to see a lot of sliders. We mentioned that the other day. About 70% of his pitches are coming in and moving.
Okert delivers, and it's swung on, pulled foul again. It's almost that's all you can do with that slider to a right-handed hitter.
Yeah, and it's too close to take with 2 strikes. So David Fry putting up a battle here, just trying to keep his at-bat alive by fouling off those tough pitches.
Waiting on deck is Stuart Fairchild, so it looks like he'll pinch hit for Stephen Kwan. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside and low. 2-2 the count on Fry. Guardians down by a run, trying to produce something here in the late innings. Series even up at 1 win apiece. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fry down on strikes. 1 down here in the 7th. Here's Stuart Fairchild. Fairchild pinch hitting for Stephen Kwan. As a pinch hitter, Fairchild with a walk in his 1 pinch hitting appearance. The pitch to him. And it's upstairs. Did he check it? He did. 1-0 the count. Fairchild in his time with Cleveland, 10 games, batting .188. The pitch from Okert, slider missed outside for a ball.
You know, you can do this, go to the bench like this, because their closer is left-handed. If the score's the same heading into the 9th inning, and you're in this part of the lineup, you'd be tempted to pinch hit anyway.
The 2-0. That's up high for ball 3.
So why not go ahead and do it now, get him some at-bats, and maybe we'll see him again in the 9th.
Okert with a 3-0 count delivers to Fairchild, and that's on the outside corner for a strike. Fairchild doesn't like it. He thought that was ball 4 and asked for a challenge. So we'll see. Was it strike 1 or indeed ball 4? Here it comes, and it's outside. A successful challenge by Fairchild, and he draws the pinch hit walk. So 1 out base runner for Cleveland here in the 7th. Don't forget Guardians Baseball presented by Enbridge Gas, Ohio. They'd like to remind you, whether you're an individual or contractor, state law requires that you call 811 before you dig and have underground utilities marked. Another pinch hitter for the Guardians. It's Rhys Hoskins, who will pinch hit for the catcher Patrick Bailey, as Stephen Vode's emptying the bench here almost completely in this top of the 7th, and it will be complete in the bottom of the inning because Austin Hedges will come on to catch. Now he's trying to catch a run here if he can with Hoskins at the plate, Fairchild at first, and 1 out. Okert lets it fly, and his pitch is outside for a ball. Guardians down by a run here in the 7th. Okert from the stretch. Here's his pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count on Hoskins, who has 7 home runs. He's driven in 26. 0 for 6 as a pinch hitter so far. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Boy, these are the tough decisions that managers have to make that keep you up late at night. Going to your bench in the 7th inning. Do you do it now? Do you feel like this is the time to do it right now, or should I wait later?
Now the pitch. Swung on, foul back into the net, and you kind of touched on it. You can do it now because Josh Hader is the closer for the Astros, and he's a lefty, so they would be in the game anyway.
Well, you got to figure out a way to keep him in the lineup, too.
Yeah, that's true.
If Hoskins can play another position.
Throw to first, back safely is Fairchild.
Although they have to bring in another catcher, so you might lose his bat.
The wheels are turning in the 7th. 1-2 the count on Hoskins. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and it's drilled foul off to the left side, not a play. Guardians saw Okert on Friday night in that win for Houston. He pitched 2 hitless innings with 3 strikeouts. And back out there this afternoon with a runner at first and 1 out. 2-1 Houston in the 7th. Here it comes. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung on and foul tipped, hung on to by the catcher Vasquez. Stealing the base without a throw is Fairchild, but Hoskins is struck out for the 2nd out in the inning. Now Petey Halpin will bat against the lefty, as there are no more options on that bench with Hedges coming on to catch in the bottom of the inning. Halpin 1 for 2 with a triple. The pitch swung on and fouled back for strike 1. He made significant gains offensively with hard work in the offseason. Had a really good spring in Major League camp, did Halpin. And he was saying earlier today he still feels that same good feeling at the plate that he had in the spring. The pitch, breaking ball outside and low, and that's even with very infrequent playing time here at the Major League level. 1-1 the count on him. Left on left, he bats out of a wide open stance. Okert, the lefty, delivers. Slider on the outside corner for a strike. Halpin, we look back at home plate umpire Edwin Moscoso, but does not challenge.
Yeah, he had something to say to him.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, I want to challenge that one. It got plenty of the strike zone.
Both teams still with 2 challenges remaining. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Halpin down on strikes. Side retired. Stretch time in Houston with your score. The Astros 2, the Guardians 1.
This is the call of the Australian rubber bird.
Snap! Snap!
This is the call of the Alaskan chili bird.
Jeez, it's cold. Jeez, it's cold. Jeez, it's cold.
And this is the call of the marathon mascot bald eagle, Max.
Hi, it's Max.
Hello.
Did you know you can save up to $1 a gallon with the Marathon Rewards app?
No. Well, thanks for the call.
Marathon, where fun runs on full. Available at participating marathon locations. Terms and conditions apply. See marathonrewards.com for details.
Spend your summer Fridays at Progressive Field. The Guards take on the Mariners on June 26th. Start your night with Sugardale Dollar hot dogs and $2 Coors Light before first pitch. Then stick around after the final out for a Phantom Fireworks show presented by Line & Kugel. Get your tickets today at CLEGuardians.com.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams sale and get 30% off Super Paint, Super Deck, and Woodscapes products June 12th through the 22nd. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Dollar Bank is a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians. Only with Dollar Bank can you get a Cleveland Guardians debit card design and Guardians branded checks. And when you use your card at the Guardians team store online or at Progressive Field, you'll get a great deal on the latest officially licensed MLB gear, too. To learn more, visit dollar.bank/baseball. Dollar Bank. Let's get you there.
Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. The perks described herein are subject to change or termination without notice and at the sole discretion of Dollar Bank and or the Cleveland Guardians.
Check in for Cleveland's news, talk, and sports.
See what's happening
on WTAM 1100.
Changes for the Guardians. Staying in the game in left field is David Fry. He pinch hit in the top half of the inning. Stuart Fairchild stays in the game in right. He pinch hit in the top half of the inning. And the new catcher is Patrick Bailey, was pinch hit for by Rhys Hoskins. As expected, Austin Hedges comes on to catch. And the day is done for Slade Ciccone, who pitched well this afternoon. But he's on the short side of a 2-1 score as Colin Holderman comes on in relief for the Guardians. Ciccone was 6 strong innings. 2 runs on 6 hits. He walked 2 and struck out 1.
That's 9 straight starts now for Ciccone, allowing 3 runs or fewer. He deserves a little bit better, but now it's up to the bullpen. Hold him right here. See if you can win it in the next couple of innings.
Let's take a look at the out-of-town scores. They're presented by your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. A lot of action, as always, on a Sunday in the major leagues. This Father's Day Sunday. And around baseball, in addition to our game here, the Reds lead the Yankees in New York 3-1. Bottom half of the 7th inning, Ben Rice with his 22nd home run of the year. Elsewhere, the Diamondbacks lead the Twins 2-0, top of the 3rd in Phoenix. Other action in the major leagues, the Brewers hammering the Braves 9-2 down in Atlanta. Leading things off for Houston, Raynel Delgado lines one up the middle, but it's caught by the shortstop, Rocchio, who was shading him toward the bag, and Delgado is retired despite a line drive. So 1 down on 1 pitch from Colin Holderman, and that'll bring up Christian Vasquez, the number 9 hitter, doing the catching today. Holderman, he has been rock solid out of the pen. His pitch, fastball strike on the inside corner. What a pleasant development he has been. 4-1 the record in ERA after 24 appearances of 1.69. Here's his pitch, and it's swung on, cued up the first base side foul, and it stays foul for strike 2. Holderman, 30 strikeouts in 26 2/3 innings, 9 walks. Throws hard, mid to upper 90s, and has a nasty slider. And that combination has served him well. New bat for Vasquez. Other scores in the major leagues. The Rays lead the Nationals down in St. Pete 4-3, bottom of the 8th inning. Marlins over the Giants 2-1 in Miami. And now that one's just gone final. So a 2-1 win for the Marlins over the Giants. Here comes the 0-2 to Vasquez. He swings and he skies it to center. Easy play, though, for Petey Halpin, who settles under it and makes the catch. 2 quick outs recorded by Holderman here in the 7th, with the Guardians trailing 2-1.
Did you do the St. Louis KC score? Not a good day to be a pitcher in Kansas City this afternoon.
Top of the 5th, Cardinals 9, Royals 7. As they're deep into the bullpens.
Wow.
J.J. Weatherholt with his 2nd home run. He now has 12 in his rookie season. Jeremy Pena, the batter, the pitch. Breaking ball inside corner for a strike. White Sox and Tigers, they're in the bottom of the 9th. The Tigers trailing 3-2. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. White Sox trying to keep things interesting atop the AL Central. Salvaging the finale of that series if they can hang on. 0-2 the count on Pena, who's 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Right here, 2-1, Houston in front. Bottom of the 7th. Holderman delivers low and outside with a slider. 1 run, 4 hits for the Guardians. 2 runs on 6 hits for Houston. Waiting on deck, Yordan Alvarez. You'd love to catch him leading off next inning. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball down low. 2-2. And again, that Houston bullpen, a little bit different than when these teams met in Cleveland in April. Josh Hader is back. One of the top closers in baseball. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Slider got him. Side retired. We head to the 8th inning. Houston 2, the Guardians 1.
This season, PNC and the Guardians are going to bat for small business. This month's winning business is Strive CLE Counseling. This collaborative mental health practice on Cleveland's west side offers individualized therapy for all ages, adult psychiatry, and adult ADHD testing. Their team of therapists and psychiatric providers offer innovative treatment options to help clients move towards meaningful, healing personal growth and long-term wellness. To request an appointment or learn more about their services, visit StriveCLECounseling.com.
Bring the whole family out to the ball game when the Guardians face the Mariners on Sunday, June 28th. It's Kids Fun Day. Come down early for face painters, mascot performances, and non-stop ballpark fun. Kids even run the bases after the game thanks to Cleveland Clinic Children's. Grab your tickets now at CLEGuardians.com.
Rosie here. Can't handle a lineup of pests? Make a call to the bullpen. The Rose Home Service Program mows down pests year-round. Based on your needs and budget, you can choose from basic, advantage, or premium levels, and each comes with a dedicated technician. The program keeps you ahead of pest invasions all year long. Pest problems? The Rose Home Service Program is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
At Wayside Furniture, we get it. Waiting for your dream furniture can feel like forever. That's why we offer a free loaner program, so you have something else to use while you wait. Here's the deal. Spend $1,000 or more on custom, special orders, or out-of-stock furniture, and we'll lend you something to use in the meantime, for free. Sofas, dining sets, beds, and more. Yours to use while you wait for the real deal to arrive. It's how we make things feel like home while you wait. Visit wayside-furniture.com to learn more.
The Bloom Daddy Show. People want it. Tomorrow afternoon at 3. We will continue giving it to you on WTAM 1100.
New pitcher on for the Astros. Another lefty out of their pen, Brian King. After the scoreless inning by left-hander Stephen Okert in the 7th. He's on to face Travis Bazzana leading off the 8th. The pitch to Bazzana in there for strike 1. Houston clinging to a 2-1 lead. They grabbed the early lead on a Yordan Alvarez first inning home run. Here's King's next pitch to Bazzana. Outside for a ball. Houston made it 2-0 in the 4th on an RBI single by Isak Paredes. The Guardians' run came in the 5th. A triple by Petey Halpin, driven in on a ground out by this guy at the plate, Travis Bazzana, who looks at a pitch down low for ball 2.
Good take right there. Another tough lefty. What a luxury it is. The Astros have 3 left-handed relievers.
And they are their high leverage lefties. The 2-1 is chopped foul outside of first base. Brian King on the season, 29 appearances, 2-1 with an ERA of 2.59. They used him to save some games when Hader was out. He has 6 saves. And it looks like a new bat is needed for Travis Bazzana. He broke the last one, and he needs some pine tar to throw on there. Marathon's here to keep you and your team fueled all summer long. Marathon, driven together.
His best pitch, if you will, Kings, he's got a nice sweeper that he will use against the lefties. And now with 2 strikes, I'm sure at some point Travis is going to see that good sweeper.
Trying to hang in there against it. 2-2 the count on him. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chased a high fastball that time. So King opens with a strikeout after Okert struck out 3 in his 1 inning of work, the 7th. Now Kyle Manzardo, another left-handed batter, 1 for 3. Now he has hit the lefties well this season. The pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. 2-1, Houston in front. King delivers. Outside for a ball, 2-0. Outfield plays Manzardo straight away. Infield plays him to pull. Here's the pitch. And he swings and pops it up foul down the left side, out of play. That's where he hit his home run yesterday to left field.
Sliced it right into the Crawford boxes. Just got over the railing. He's got some power the other way.
2-1 the count on him. Here's King's pitch. Swung on, line right side, caught by the first baseman Walker. A lunging grab by Walker, preventing a base hit for Manzardo. 2 down in the inning.
Well, I've been impressed with his glove over at first base. He makes everything look so easy. That time he had to leave his feet and go to his right. Snagged that hard shot.
Gold glove material,
yes.
And he's looking for another one this year. Brian Rocchio steps in, switch hitter, right side now, takes strike 1. So 2 down, base is empty here in the 8th. Guardians trailing by a run and just haven't been able to muster much offensively late in this game. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and there's a fly ball to right. Shallow. Coming in, the right fielder Smith makes the catch, and it's a quick inning for reliever Brian King. Sets the side out in order. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Houston 2, the Guardians 1.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
Hey Cleveland, are you looking to score big with your home equity? Union Home Mortgage will help you unlock the value of your home and fund the promises you've made to yourself and your family. Visit UHM.com and score financial freedom today.
Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 2229.
Are you ready to join a winning team? Like the Guardians, SwageLock is proud to call Northeast Ohio home. As a leading manufacturer of fluid system solutions, our products can be found all over the world. We are one of the largest employers in the Cleveland area and an award-winning workplace. Discover where stability meets opportunity with a career at SwageLock. We're hiring and invite you to explore open jobs at jobs.swagelock.com. That's jobs.swagelock.com.
Your life's on your phone. Your vehicle should be too. When you download the Spitzer VIP app, convenience is number one. View vehicle health. Get important alerts. Schedule service in seconds. Earn reward points. Plus, new vehicles come with complimentary oil changes and a lifetime warranty at no cost to you. It's all trackable in the Spitzer VIP app. From GPS to live chat support, 100% convenience is here 24/7. Download today. Wag more. Spend less at Spitzer. Proud sponsor of the Guardians.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
This is Mike Snyder. Tom Hamilton recaps Guardians Astros at 8:45 tomorrow morning, WTAM 1100.
Let's pause 10 seconds. Station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
Jim Rosenhaus along with Pat Tabler this weekend in Houston. Tom Hamilton will be back on Friday when the Guardians return home to play the Mariners. David Obert, our on-site engineer. Brian Matze back at Command Center. Good close ball game on this Father's Day Sunday afternoon. 2-1, Cleveland trailing. Hunter Gaddis on the pitch facing Yordan Alvarez. And the pitch to Alvarez is high and outside for ball one. Alvarez put Houston in front early. A solo home run in the first inning off of starter Slade Ciccone, who pitched well today. He's on the short side right now, the 2-1 score. Gaddis delivers. Fastball strike on the outside corner. Since the home run, Alvarez has drawn a pair of walks, one intentional.
And they've tried to keep the ball away from him. His first walk, everything was away.
The 1-1 outside, 2-1. Gaddis, 24 appearances, 1-2, an earned run average of 3.98. The big right-hander sets. Here's his pitch. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to left center. Under it, David Fry, and he makes the catch. And the dangerous Yordan Alvarez is retired. One down, Christian Walker steps in. Well, we hope you're having a great Father's Day Sunday, and don't forget you can join Major League Baseball on this Father's Day in the fight against prostate cancer by learning about prostate health and ways you can support. Visit MLBtogether.com/Father's Day to learn more. Here's Christian Walker. Pitch to him. Fastball strike on the outside corner. Walker's 1 for 3 with a single back in the fourth inning. Guardians down by a run here in the bottom of the eighth. Here's the pitch from Gaddis. Swing and a miss. Good slider that time. Fastball, slider, and more, a pretty good changeup from Hunter Gaddis.
Yeah, I love the power versus power. You know, you bring in a power pitcher, you're facing the middle of this lineup. Pitch away from that power. Just keep the ball away from these guys. Make them reach for the ball.
Now the 0-2 from Gaddis. Swing and a miss, strike three. There's a slider again, and it strikes out Walker for the second out in the inning. First strikeout for Hunter Gaddis, and now he goes to work on Isaac Paredes. You're looking ahead. Ninth inning for the Guardians. Gabriel Arias, Daniel Schneemann, David Fry due in against expected Josh Hader. And he's loosening in the pen. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. And it will have to be those three as the Guardians bench is empty. Paredes is 2 for 3. An RBI single in the fourth and another single in the sixth. Gaddis delivers. Fastball missed outside.
Paredes looks like he has one thing on his mind. Every time he steps to the plate, yank the ball into left field as hard as he can.
Look out in the Crawford boxes.
Yeah, that's his MO.
Here's the 1-1. Swung on, popped him up, foul back behind the plate. And it's now 1-2 on Paredes. Paredes, a big man, right-handed hitter. Good pop. Gaddis trying to put him away with a 1-2 pitch, low and outside. The slider missed. 2-2. Final game of the season series between these two clubs. Astros have taken 3 of the first 5. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line drive to center, and that one's going to fall in for a base hit. He caught it off the end of the bat.
Yeah, into no man's land into center field. Gaddis made a good pitch to him. Fastball up and away, and you know, when a hitter's trying to yank the ball to left field, he's get that barrel out there a little bit too quickly, hits it off the end of the bat, and muscles it into center field.
Here's Jose Altuve. 0 for 3 this afternoon. He had 4 hits in the series coming in. The pitch to him is down low for a ball. A strikeout, a line out, a fly out for Altuve. Always dangerous. Right-handed hitter who stands just 5'6". Here's the 1-0. Swung on, ground ball to short. Rocchio to the bag for the force. In time, side retired. We head to the 9th. It's Houston 2, the Guardians 1.
Get Cleveland clean at Clean Express Auto Wash. Enjoy a fast, easy, and clean experience by becoming a Wash Smart Unlimited member, where you can wash at any of our locations for one low price, starting at just $22 a month. Or choose our absolute best Ceramic Floor Ultra, featuring ceramic treatment that's 4 times the shine and protection, plus free vacuums. Learn more at CleanExpressWash.com, proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
Celebrating 50 years of impact, Ohio University's Heritage College of Osteopathic Medicine leads the way from Cleveland to communities across our great state as the #1 producer of primary care doctors in Ohio. Learn more at ohio.edu/medicine.
In baseball, you win with a bullpen you can trust. On the job site, you win with equipment that is ready to go when you are. Ohio Cat Rentals works just as hard as you do, bringing dependable rental equipment from skid steers to scissor lifts to keep your job on track and your crew moving. No strikes, no outs, just solid machines that show up and get to work. With Ohio Cat behind you, you've got the support to knock your project out of the park. Visit ohiocat.com to buy or rent. Ohio Cat, proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
More flavors, more indulgence, more reasons to choose Perry's ice cream. Richer, creamier, real ice cream in every scoop makes Perry's a home run combination. Whether you're watching the Guardians at home or at the ballpark. From curated classics to bold originals and everything in between, Perry's has a flavor for you. Make every day a winner and treat yourself to Perry's at Progressive Field or find us at your local retailer today. Perry's is a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
Make WTAM 1100 a preset on our free iHeartRadio app and listen to Guardians Baseball.
As expected, Josh Hader is on for the Astros, trying to close it out in the 9th inning. Guardians are trailing 2-1 defensively for Houston. Bryce Matthews has come into the game to play left field, replacing Yordan Alvarez. And Jake Myers is in center. Joey Loperfido's day is done. And Hader, recently off the injured list, will face Gabriel Arias. Arias 0 for 3, the pitch. It's up high for ball 1.
He missed the last month of last season and then got hurt again in spring training and missed the first 6 weeks or so of this season. But he's been good since he's been back.
The 1-0 swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. 7 appearances since his return. Hader is 1-0. He's allowed 1 run in 7 innings. The pitch on the outside corner with that wicked slider for a strike. And it's 1-2. 4 for 4 in save opportunities is Josh Hader. Long time a great closer. Here's the pitch. And it's swung on and missed. Strike 3. Chase the high fastball.
Yeah, Hader is basically sinker slider, but they're two exceptional pitches. He last worked 4 days ago, so he is rested and ready to go.
Missed the first 61 games of the season with left biceps tendonitis. And now Daniel Schneemann, a left-on-left situation, and it is heavy lifting against Hader. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Mid-90s hard stuff, and then that devastating slider for Hader. Now 31 years of age. Here's his pitch. Swung on, popped him up on the infield first base side. Foul ground for the first baseman Walker. He makes the catch, and just like that, the Guardians are down to their final out. David Fry, the last hope, pinch hit back in the 7th, struck out, and then stayed in the game in left. Hader looking in. Works from the stretch. Here's his pitch. Strike call. Started him off with the slider, or excuse me, the sinker. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. In there, strike 2. 4 different times he's saved 30 or more games when healthy. Has always been a dominant closer, and he looks like it here today. Fry up against it with an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Astros take the series finale. Your final score this afternoon from Houston. The Astros 2, the Guardians 1.
Hon, is your new pinball machine in our budget?
KeyBank will meet you in that our money is now our money moment.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for bills and keep our individual accounts for things like pinball machines.
Did someone say Banker Steve? I was in the neighborhood in case you had any checking account questions.
Steve, you're always there for us.
Now, how quickly can we open that account?
Steve, are you seeing this?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank, member FDIC.
Medical Mutual knows small businesses are a big deal. That's why they partner with the Council of Smaller Enterprises, better known as COSI, to offer health benefit options for companies with 1 to 50 employees. The COSI benefit plan provides the same great benefits as large corporations, but on a small group budget. Join more than 7,900 small businesses that offer the COSI benefit plan to their employees. Talk to your broker or visit COSIBenefitPlan.com/join now. Medical Mutual, the official health insurer of the Cleveland Guardians.
Need new tires? Here's a tip. Skip the good old kick for quality entirely. Get to your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer, the smart choice for tires without the footwork. Whatever you drive, any make or model, they've got you covered with a great selection of major tire brands. Expertly installed by certified pros. And the kicker? Your Ford dealer often has deals that beat dedicated tire shops. So, when it's time for new tires, roll with your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer.
Attention on deck. Calling all Cuyahoga County vets. We are the Veteran Service Commission, your forward operating base. From VA claims and financial assistance and more, we got your six. Visit us today at 3950 Chester Avenue.
The day's happenings.
Today we learned.
Here's what we know.
Every day.
In real time.
On WTAM 1100.
Welcome back to Dyken Park in Houston, Texas, where the Astros defeated the Guardians 2-1 this afternoon. They take the series 2-1. And after a big outburst last night, Pat Tabler offensively for the Guardians, they could not get it going today against a pitcher they had not seen before in Kai-Wei Tung.
Yeah, and he had come in here, Tung, not really lighting up anything. He got knocked out after 3 innings in his last start, but the Guardians just couldn't figure him out today. And once he was out of the game, they turned it over to that bullpen, and they were outstanding today for the Astros. And Slade Ciccone could have used some of those runs from yesterday. I thought he pitched an outstanding ball game.
Well, That's going to end our time together on this road swing. Great to see you again. I know we'll see you again later this season.
Yeah, a couple of weeks. I'll see you in Minnesota. Thanks for having me on.
Longtime major leaguer, including some time with Cleveland, Pat Tabler. Great to have him along as Hammy is off for the remainder of the road trip. Jason Kipnis will join us in Chicago starting tomorrow night for the series against the White Sox. Stay with us. We'll have our final numbers after this timeout.
Mitchell's Ice Cream, handcrafting ice cream for Cleveland since 1999. Made in our Ohio City kitchen using fresh ingredients from Northeast Ohio family farms and exceptional organic and fair trade ingredients from around the world. Stop into a Mitchell's or find us at your local grocer. More at mitchellshomemade.com.
Rosie here. You know catchers are a lot like the Rose Home Service Program, always protecting home. The Rose Home Service Program keeps your home pest-free year-round. You can choose from 3 options, Basic, Advantage, or Premium. Each addresses different needs, budgets, and comes with a dedicated technician. Pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
NEO Born, NEO Reimagined, NEO Home. K&D offers unparalleled knowledge about Northeast Ohio because they live, work, and thrive right here with you. Looking for a new apartment or location for your business? K&D has the perfect fit. Contact K&D today and discover your perfect home. KND.com.
2026 will be a banner year as we celebrate 50 years of the Greater Cleveland Sports Hall of Fame. Our brand new museum features interactive displays and unique storytelling of our region's greatest athletes and personalities. 540 legends from Jesse Owens to Carol Heiss-Jenkins, Katie Moon, and Stipe Miocic. Visit ClevelandSportsHall.com to learn how your nonprofit youth sports group could earn grant funding. Follow us on X, Instagram, and all social media.
Hey Guardians fans, are you thinking of consolidating your debt with a home equity loan? With the average homeowner having over $200,000 of home equity, hit it out of the park with Union Home Mortgage, the official mortgage partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 2229.
Weather when you need it. Your severe weather station is WTAM 1100.
Welcome back to Houston, where the Guardians come up short today by a final score of 2-1. And your final numbers are as follows. A run on 4 hits, no errors, 5 men left for the Guardians. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 6 men left on base for Houston. The winning pitcher, Kaiwei Tung, now 4-6. Save number 5 for Josh Hader. The loss going to Slade Ciccone, who falls to 3-6. Time of our game today was 2 hours and 7 minutes with a paid crowd of 36,807 on hand in Houston. Stay with us. It's Guardians Wrap-Up, and it comes your way next.
Cleveland Guardians Baseball has been brought to you by Cleveland Clinic. When defying the odds is your aim, the right care can change everything. By Progressive. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers. By Dollar Bank, proud banking partner of the Cleveland Guardians. By Marathon. Join Marathon Rewards today and start earning on every fill-up. Cleveland Guardians Baseball, also brought to you by Discount Drug Mart, the official drugstore of the Cleveland Guardians. By Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care, your number one choice for tires and service repair.
TTX is proud to be an official technology partner of the Cleveland Guardians. For over 40 years, we've learned, adapted, and invested in relationships as IT and voice technologies have evolved into new opportunities for businesses. But what we've learned most is that IT leaders are often the unsung heroes of Ohio's best companies and organizations, and that behind every great solution are great people. Find us on the web at ttx-inc.com. TTX, technically, people matter.
We believe. We battle. Every pitch, every hit, every inning, and every win. This is Guards Ball. Cleveland through and through. Tickets at CLEGuardians.com.
Gabe Smith, 1 strike away. Swing and a miss.
Catch your Cleveland Guardians in a 3-game weekend series against the Seattle Mariners June 26th through the 28th. Get your tickets now at CLEGuardians.com.
The Guardians Wrap-Up Show is brought to you by Cleveland Clinic, for everyone, everywhere, for every care in the world. By Progressive. Bundle home and auto and save at Progressive.com. By Bet365, where winning is everything. The Guardians Wrap-Up Show also brought to you by Discount Drug Mart, the official drugstore of the Cleveland Guardians.
Good afternoon once again, everyone. Welcome back to Dyken Park in Houston. It is Guardians Wrap-Up. Jim Rosenhaus along with you following a 2-1 Houston victory over the Guardians today as the Astros take the series 2-1. We'll hear from manager Stephen Vogt, have all the highlights shortly. But first, a look at the Northeast Ohio Ford dealers' out-of-town scores. And we begin in Phoenix, where the Diamondbacks lead the Twins 2-0 in the top half of the fifth inning. Elsewhere, top 9 in New York, the Reds leading the Yankees 4-1. Ben Rice with a solo home run, his 22nd. That's been it, though, for New York. Cardinals and Royals continue to land haymakers. It is 12-8. St. Louis in front in Kansas City, bottom of the sixth inning. My goodness, a lot of runs on the board for those rivals from the Midwest. End of 6 in Texas. It's the Rangers leading the Padres 4-3. Wyatt Langford's hit a 3-run home run in that game. Pirates lead the Rockies in Denver, top half of the fifth, 3-1. Bottom of the first in Sacramento, the Athletics off to a quick start. It's 4-0 Sacramento over the Angels. And again, they're still in the bottom half of the first inning. End of 1 in Seattle, Red Sox and Mariners, no score. And top half of the first inning at Dodger Stadium, the Orioles have put 2 on the board. They lead the Dodgers 2-0. Now, some finals for you. The Brewers beat the Braves today down in Atlanta 9-4 as they salvage the finale of that series. The Rays over the Nationals 4-3 down in St. Pete. Other action, Marlins a winner at home against the Giants. Final score 2-1. The Tigers scored 2 in the bottom of the 10th after they tied it with a run in the bottom of the 9th. They beat the White Sox today to complete a sweep. 5-4, the final score in Detroit. And one game postponed. The Blue Jays and the Cubs could not play at Wrigley Field. Right here, 2-1, your final score. As the Guardians come up 1 run short against the Astros. We'll have our highlights and the manager coming away shortly after this.
Nature's Truth vitamins and supplements. Pure as nature. Made with honest goodness and honest-to-goodness differences you won't find in others. Like Nature's Truth fish oil with natural lemon flavor for no fishy burps. Or our melatonin in quick-dissolving berry-flavored tablets. See? The truth is easy to swallow. So where do you find Nature's Truth? Right in the vitamin aisle of Discount Drug Mart. Nature's Truth.
The mission of the Bob Feller Act of Valor Foundation, through the unique intersection of baseball and the Department of the Navy, is to recognize and honor those who support our service members with the Bob Feller Act of Valor Award. We use the story of the Hall of Fame pitcher and chief petty officer during World War II to teach the legacy of the greatest generation to the youngest generation and instill in them the virtues of service, sacrifice, and citizenship. Learn more at actofvaloraward.org.
TTX is proud to be an official technology partner of the Cleveland Guardians. For over 40 years, we've learned, adapted, and invested in relationships as IT and voice technologies have evolved into new opportunities for businesses. But what we've learned most is that IT leaders are often the unsung heroes of Ohio's best companies and organizations, and that behind every great solution are great people. Find us on the web at ttx-inc.com. TTX, technically, people matter.
Don't bust your knuckles, bust your nuts with PB Blaster. the #1 selling penetrant since 1957. It uses a unique capillary action that creeps up and around threads and cavities to break free rusted and corroded parts. Then it protects against further rust and corrosion. Use it on automotive, industrial, marine, plumbing, and other equipment. Blaster Corporation offers a full line of professional-grade products that are formulated to penetrate, lubricate, loosen, fix, and conquer each job. Use Blaster products and work it like a pro.
Welcome back to Guardians Wrap-Up following a 2-1 Houston win over the Guardians. Time now for our Honda Drive It Home game summary. And it was a quick start for the Astros. Their second batter in the first inning was Yordan Alvarez, and he launched his league-leading 25th home run of the season over the wall and right. That made it 1-0 Houston. Astros padded the lead in the fourth inning on an RBI single by Isaac Paredes before the Guardians got on the board in the fifth. With one out, Petey Halpin got the rally started. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, and that's hammered high in the air, deep right center. Long run, low Perfido. He's looking up. He'll have to play it off the wall. Halpin can fly. He's around second, on his way to third, and he's in with a triple. Petey Halpin with a blast to deep right center, and as big as this ballpark is, he was able to reach third base easily. And Halpin would score on a ground out off the bat of Travis Bazzana. That made it a 2-1 ball game, but that was it, as both bullpens were terrific, and the Astros win it by that 2-1 final. Final line score, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors, 5 left for the Guardians. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 6 men left on base for Houston. The winning pitcher, Kai-Wei Tung, now 4-6. Save number 5 for Josh Hader. Slade Ciccone takes the loss, falling to 3-6 on the season. Time of our game, 2 hours and 7 minutes. Paid crowd here in Houston, 36,807, the largest of the 3-game series. Stay with us. We'll be back to hear from manager Stephen Vogt after this.
At Cleveland State University, opportunity is everywhere. This is where hard work pays off and success is earned, not left to chance. Here, you're never on your own. You can chase your dreams, you can change your mind, and if you stumble along the way, try again. There's always room for another comeback story. Opportunity doesn't wait. It works. At Cleveland State, you can. Visit csuohio.edu today. Cleveland State University is a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
Big crowds tonight for Sugardale Dollar Dog Night at Progressive Field.
The sounds of summer. Nothing pulls fans to the concession stand like a Sugardale Dollar Dog. And don't forget, you can enjoy that same mouth-watering Sugardale hot dog at home. Slow smoked, perfectly seasoned, made right here in Ohio for over 100 years.
Hot dogs, get your hot dogs here.
Don't wait. Make tonight a Sugardale hot dog night.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates to third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win. Like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later. Sound familiar, Dale? Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Welcome back to Guardians Wrap-Up. Guardians come up short today, 2-1. Let's head downstairs and hear from manager Stephen Vogt.
What did you think of Slade today? I thought Slade was great. Obviously, a mistake to Alvarez, but then really limiting the damage there in the fourth. Great defense behind him, but made pitches when he had to. Was super efficient. He worked 6 really good innings, gave us a chance to win.
Talk about this with Tanner. If you look at the numbers early on, it looks like both of them are struggling, but they've both been really good the last 6, 7, 8 starts. What stands out to you about what he's been able to do?
I think with Slade, obviously, the main thing is the spin. He's been able to get the slider going, the command with the curveball to add to the 3 fastballs. You know, he's really pitching the first couple months of the year with 3 fastballs, and that's about it. So for him to keep working and get the spin going, and that's been the difference.
Can you talk about Petey's game that he had today?
Yeah, Petey had great at-bats. Obviously, the triple was huge. Really, the only offense we really got going. Obviously played great defense, good at-bats. Really like the way Petey swung the bat today.
With Tongue, he's their starting pitcher. I know he uses a sweeper a lot. How difficult does that make it on lefties when it gets in on him?
Yeah, he pitched a good game. I just thought I felt like we weren't committed to our plan as well as we should have been. I felt like we got in between. He got us in between. We were out front of the sweepers and late on the fastballs, and it's a tough way to survive when we're doing that. What did you make of just pinch hit at bats there in the 7th? And was that just a matter of you sense an opportunity in that moment? Yeah, and in the 7th, that spot's going to come back up in the 9th, and the back end of their bullpen. We knew we had a good feeling they were going to use all their lefties today, and so you try to get something going on a day where offense is kind of tough to find. So, Stu worked a good walk there, and we just weren't able to string it along. Unfortunately for Rocky in ball play, however, he's being pretty well on the batting. What do you think about that? Yeah, Rocky's having a great year. He's done a nice job, moving up to the top of the order with some of the guys out. So really like the way Rocky was swinging the bat this year.
Well, that's going to do it for our coverage here in Houston. With the loss today, the Guardians are still in first place in the AL Central as the White Sox also came up short today. Cleveland will head into that series in Chicago tomorrow night at 41-37, a game ahead of Chicago. Houston now 37-42 as they try and maintain pace in the AL West. They came in today in 4th place, 3 games back of Seattle. Next up for the Guardians, the big series in the Windy City on the south side. They'll take on the White Sox tomorrow night, 7:40 first pitch. Airtime for Guardians warm-up, 7:05. Want to thank our on-site engineer here in Houston, David Obert, as always, and, of course, Brian Matze back at Command Center. For Pat Tabler, this is Jim Rosenhaus, reminding you that the final score today from Dyken Park in Houston, Texas, was the Houston Astros 2 and the Cleveland Guardians 1. Have a good night, everyone.
Get ready, Cleveland. Experience the wildest show in baseball as the Party Animals bring their one-of-a-kind, high-energy entertainment to Progressive Field on Friday, September 25th and Saturday, September 26th. Catch every trick play and over-the-top moment from the ballpark's most exclusive spaces, including the luxurious Lexus Carnegie Club, high-energy KeyBank North Coast Social, Echo Victory Club, private suites, and SeatGeek infield boxes right near the action. Premium inventory is limited and moving fast. Lock in your seats today at premium.cleguardians.com.
It happens every night. The clock strikes dinner, and suddenly it's all you can think about. What's for dinner? That's when you think Stouffer's. Rich, cheesy lasagna, freshly made stuffed peppers, and creamy, comforting mac and cheese. Made with quality ingredients and ready when you are. Dinner solved. When the clock strikes dinner, think Stouffer's.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list, and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love. Sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Spinning your wheels trying to find a great deal on new tires? Stop going round and round. Just get to your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer, your go-to for new tires. Really, they take care of everything. Whatever you drive, any make or model, they've got you covered with a great selection of major tire brands expertly installed by certified pros. Plus, they're priced to compete, and you might be surprised how well they stack up. So, for new tires, get to your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer. Then roll out confidently.
The
Guardians Wrap-Up Show has been brought to you by Cleveland Clinic. When defying the odds is your aim, the right care can change everything. By Progressive. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers. By Bet365, where winning is everything. The Guardians Wrap-Up Show also brought to you by Discount Drug Mart, the official drugstore of the Cleveland Guardians.
This is Mike Snyder. Happy Father's Day. Monday morning on Wills and Snyder, Bill is back, and Tom Hamilton will recap Guardians Astros at 8:45, plus a Live Nation summer concert update at 9:10. It all happens 6 to 10. News Radio WTAM 1100 and free on the iHeartRadio app.
Fry up against it with an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the Astros take the series finale. Your final score this afternoon from Houston: the Astros 2, the Guardians 1.
We've got extra innings coming up.
Welcome to Dollar Bank Extra Innings. Dollar Bank, proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians on WTAM 1100.
A week ago, I was getting text messages and other things from friends and acquaintances, and it said the season's over. So this was right after Jose goes down, Angel goes down, Chase DeLauder goes down. The season was over. Once you lose Jose, forget it. At the time, I disagreed with that. And I still disagree with it now. And we'll walk through why. Even though the Guardians lost today 2-1 in Houston, they lose the season series against a potential playoff opponent. Houston didn't look great at the beginning of the season, had a lot of injuries. You might go ahead and play them at some point in the postseason. So all these games are important, but the season's over. You're still in first place, and you have a lead. And you're going to play the second-place team coming up this week. Hello and welcome to Extra Innings presented by Dollar Bank. I'm Dave Scozen. You can join us over the next couple of hours at 216-578-1100 or on the Absolute Roofing text line 21095. Is the season over? Now, I can see where the knee-jerk reaction is, yep, we're going to spiral. At the time, the White Sox were hot. They had just taken 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. They had caught you in the standings. But the thing you got to remember is this is still the American League Central. And this week, the White Sox prove that they're still the White Sox. They let you stay with them, and they let you take a 1-game lead. And there's something about the Guardians that gives them a little extra confidence when they're playing within the division. And baseball's a very psychological game. We're going to pick that apart today, too, because, yeah, I've got some Stephen Vogt criticism. Although, I'll give him a lot of credit. He duplicated his lineup from yesterday. But looking ahead to this week, when you're going to go to Chicago, where the team has played well for many years in a row, and the team being the Guardians, they and the Indians and whatever, they've played well against the White Sox. White Sox just haven't been as good, and this year they're better. And could you go there and lose the series? Sure. But if you win one, you're coming out of it tied for first. And this is the first time that you played them. You're going to go back again. They're still coming to Cleveland for a couple of series. So the whole idea of, the season, I mean, I got somebody today hit me up. Are they going to win a series the rest of the season? Like, yeah, I think they might win one this week. Everybody relax. But as you heard, Jim Rosenhaus with the final call there a moment ago, David Fry striking out, and the Guardians wind up falling today in Houston by a final score of 2-1. I will give Stephen Vogt credit because I believe he's growing as a manager, and I think part of that maturity is, hey, you scored 8 runs yesterday. He pretty much ran out the same lineup again today. All right, Bazzana was playing DH. Rhys Hoskins didn't start. You put Gabriel Arias in that cleanup role, which, frankly, I don't mind. I mean, it is a little uncanny sometimes, the key hits that Rhys Hoskins comes up with. But Arias might actually be a better fit for that cleanup spot for whatever reason. But Then it felt like he freaked out a little bit. Because, okay, yesterday, Bazzana drives in 5 and drove in another run today. Manzardo hit a home run yesterday. You got production out of the bottom of the lineup, and today you didn't. But you were in a close game. So you had a situation where if you stay the course and you let these guys that have been playing all day continue to hit, then maybe something good happens. But in the 7th inning, we went lefty-righty. And Vogt went all in on the lefty-righty thing. And as it turned out, Pat Tabler said it on the broadcast, like, well, Josh Hader's their closer. He's a lefty. They're using a lefty now. If it's still a 2-1 game, then these guys come back up. It'll make sense to have a bunch of right-handed hitters at the bottom of the lineup. I would say the first one, leading off that inning, to me, made sense. Okay? Khalil Watson is 0 for the season. He's 0 for 13 now, I believe, after going 0 for 2 today. Maybe he's only 0 for 12. But he's got a Stuart Fairchild-esque start to his time in the major leagues with the Guardians. So, put in David Fry. Again, I might be the biggest David Fry apologist that there is out there, but go ahead and put David Fry in. Right-handed hitter. He's got a little pop. If you keep him in the game, which does not always happen, sometimes he's a one-and-done pinch hit type situation, and he gets to see more pitches, he might produce. He still bats over 200, and that's not something you can say for everybody on the team. Okay, that makes sense. Then, Stephen Kwan. Left-handed. Yes, batting 206 after starting this game 0 for 2. But then you pinch hit for Stephen Kwan in a 2-1 game. One of the best defensive players in baseball in a 1-run game. And you're taking him out of left field. And you put in, yes, a right-hander, but a guy that's hitting 160 whatever. Okay, now, Fairchild drew a walk, and that's fine. But that was the one that was kind of tough for me. Like, okay, I get the Fry thing. This actually makes sense. You kept your lineup the same position player-wise throughout the game yesterday, and then today you kept it the same until the 7th inning, and it's a 1-run game, and you got the guy that you just called up a couple days ago, and he's 0 for 12. Put in Fry. Position for position, Fry can play a corner outfield, makes a ton of sense. Fry strikes out, okay, that's the way it goes. But let Kwan hit. Let him hit. I look at this and wonder, are they burying Kwan mentally this season? And this isn't just a Stephen Vogt thing. It's just organizationally. Okay, here's a guy that, was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago? We're talking about he could hit 400. Okay, had an amazing first half. And his time in the big leagues leading up to that made you think like, oh, this could really happen. Then he gets hurt. Then he comes back. Then he's not the same. But Stephen Kwan's better than a 206 hitter. But it's different to play center field than it is to play left field. Okay? And they gave him all the rope in the world to play leadoff, to bat leadoff this season before finally dropping him down. Okay. So it looks like more often than not now Kwan's in left. I think that's a good thing. He's down in the lineup. Take the pressure off from being a leadoff hitter, fine. But he's still Stephen Kwan. He was the guy that everybody was screaming, trade him, trade him, trade him, because we're not going to be able to afford to sign him for whatever he's worth, right? Coming out of this season. Well, he might be able to afford him now the way this is going. But that guy, let that guy hit in a 2-1 game. Not Stuart Fairchild. Okay, Stuart Fairchild drew a walk, and he used a challenge wisely, which the Guardians find hard to do. Okay, and he, because they called a strike, he challenged, ball 4, great. But let Kwan hit. And maybe let Kwan hit again if he comes back. As it turns out, his spot didn't come back up. But that's where it feels like the panic set in. And then they pinch hit again. All right, we'll talk more about it coming up. Again, 216-578-1100. I did not get to any of the calls in this segment. The next segment, though, coming up in a moment of Extra Innings presented by Dollar Bank, we will. I'm Dave Scozen. This is WTAM. Oh, Guardians lose today to the Astros 2-1. WTAM 1100.
Are you kidding me? Our own U.S. government is discussing UFOs, flying saucers, and they're everywhere. Are you kidding me?
Man, your tax dollars hard at work.
Woo! Little green man, Mike, official denial tomato here. If buying a new Nissan is on your radar, try landing that Nissan in North Olmsted, an I-90 Nissan. The only thing that's saucer-shaped here will be your eyes when you see the out-of-the-world deals. Just have a close encounter with my favorite Martian, Deal, Men in Black, Belza. We'll check out our Project Blue Book to give you the best trade-in value. And from deep in our X-Files, you'll get APRs as low as 0%. If you've been abducted by any other dealer making you feel alienated, tell them Klaatu, Barada, Belza. Then gort yourself over to Nissan in North Olmsted on the North Olmsted Auto Mall and I-90 Nissan at Sheffield Village. Why? Because the deals are so good. Make the first contact at BigNissan.com. Nanu.
Hi, I'm Tom Detlich with Grandview Homes. We know that selling a home can feel like a daunting journey, but we're here to help every step of the way. Our dedicated team makes it simple. We'll buy your home with no repairs or clean out. Just take what you want and leave the rest to us. Avoid dealing with pushy real estate agents, the stress of showing your home, and the inconvenience of moving items you no longer want. Grandview Homes, the fastest and easiest way to sell your home. Get your no-obligation offer at GrandviewHomes.com today.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers, and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future and finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
In this 25th anniversary year of September 11th, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation continues to honor America's heroes. Heroes like Fire Captain Andrew Donner, who was inspired by 9/11 to serve his community. After years of service, he lost his life to occupational lung cancer, leaving behind his wife Jessica and their son. Tunnel to Towers honored Captain Donner by paying off the family's mortgage in honor of his sacrifices. Donate $11 monthly and amplify your impact with a car or land donation. Go to T2T.org today.
Joy is essential and it's also elusive. But now, there's a new and exciting way to start your journey toward a more joyful existence. Joy 101. It's a new podcast hosted by me, Hoda Kotb. If you're craving inspiration to maximize your joy, tune into these candid, uplifting, and moving on-air chats. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Joy 101, and listen now. Joy 101 with Hoda Kotb is presented by CVS.
Here's the 2-2. Swung on, and that's drilled high and deep right field. Way back. Gone. Well, they made it to Sunday before Alvarez did his damage. And he puts the Astros in front 1-0.
Back to Dollar Bank Extra Innings on WTAM 1100, home of the Guardians.
First batter of the game last night for the Guardians. Travis Bazzana hit a home run tonight, or today, in Houston. Home run for the Astros. Second batter of the game. Still the first inning. You get the idea. And the Guardians end up losing 2-1. We had walked through some of the pitch hitting exploits in the seventh inning. 21095 in the Absolute Roofing text line. Hi, I'm Dave Scose, and I brought up that people were texting me last weekend. The season's over. Even though they went 2-4 this week, I do not agree with that. And someone agrees with me on the text line. I have to agree with you about the season not being over, but not about Quan. Oh, this is the part where I said, I think the organization is psychologically crushing Stephen Quan. All right, the rest of the text in the last 2.5 seasons, which would span about 15 baseball months, he's only had 4 or 5 of those where his average was over 270. He's a streaky singles hitter, which is not something that's going to make an above-average offensive profile for an MLB player. Okay, I can see that. But I would still say he should be hitting better than 206. And maybe it's not all just the organization. So part of it is you said, hey, can you play some center field? And again, I think the design there was DeLauder in right and Valera, who somehow is no longer with the organization, in left. And that was the long-term plan. Those are guys you brought up for the playoffs. You end up sending Valera down. And so Kwan's gotten a lot of time back in left field. And then on top of that, of course, we're always juggling where everybody plays over the course of the game also. So you're changing. Okay, it's not like you said, hey, Stephen Kwan, come and catch, come and play shortstop, but it's still different. And he was probably, I think he was the best defensive left fielder in baseball. And he may still be, but you distracted him a little bit. Okay, then his bat struggles. Let him stay leadoff. Now you push him down. Okay. And then today you take him out for a pinch hitter, which I would be interested in. That's something to look up. I don't know how you go back and index that one. The last time they pinch hit for Stephen Kwan, right? Because I know we like to pinch hit high in the lineup, other than Jose Ramirez. But I bet it's been a while since Kwan got lifted for a pinch hitter. But the other thing here is, since it's a contract year, is Kwan crushing himself mentally? That could be part of this. So it may not just be entirely on the organization. Another message at 21095, Absolute Roofing text line. The season is definitely not over. We just have to play really well the second half of the year when we get our guys back. And making a move at the deadline wouldn't hurt. Chicago is not as good as they started this year. So I agree with all of those things, except I think this team can play well before you get the guys back. I think this team can figure it out without Jose. And that's not to belittle Jose Ramirez or say that he's not valuable, because obviously he is. But I would look and say this is a team that figures things out with not a lot of resources more often than not. So why are we all sitting here saying, well, by August 1st we'll be fine? Like, no. I think they can figure it out now, and I really think this week is a strong possibility that they will figure it out. However, they did lose 2 out of 3 to the Astros. They fall today by a final score of 2-1, so the offense reverted to normal this afternoon in Houston. Up next, it is 3 games in Chicago against the White Sox. If you'd like to join the conversation, again, text us 21095 or call 216-578-1100. I'm Dave Scozen. This is Dollar Bank Extra Innings, and this is WTAM 1100.
If you've been watching these soccer games,
I don't know usually what's going on unless there's a goal, but
we're not going to try to explain it. But if you're watching the news,
no one quite understands.
We got you.
Let me explain it differently. Listen carefully.
WTAM 1100.
No! USA is up 2-0. That is the most dangerous lead in soccer.
Relax, Mike.
See that, Dan? My left eye is twitching. That's my warning eye. It'll be 2-2 by stoppage time. It's never wrong.
With early payout from Bet365, I got paid the second they went up 2 goals. So to me, it's now the safest lead.
Early payout from Bet365, huh? Now my right eye is twitching, Dan.
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T's and C's apply. In-app only.
Are you kidding me? Our own U.S. government is discussing UFOs, flying saucers, and they're everywhere. Are you kidding me?
Man, your tax dollars hard at work.
Woo! Little green man, Mike, official denial tomato here. You find a new Nissan is on your radar, try landing that Nissan in North Olmsted, an I-90 Nissan. The only thing that's saucer-shaped here will be your eyes when you see the out-of-the-world deals. Just have a close encounter with my favorite Martian. Deal. Men in Black Belza. We'll check out our Project Blue Book to give you the best trade-in value. And from deep in our X-Files, you'll get APRs as low as 0%. If you've been abducted by any other dealer making you feel alienated, tell them. Klaatu, Barada, Belza. Then court yourself over to Nissan in North Olmsted on the North Olmsted Auto Mall and I-90 Nissan at Sheffield Village. Why? Because the deals are so good. Make the first contact at BigNissan.com. Nanu.
We all know Goodwill. But did you know when you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
From ABC News.
I'm Mike Dubusky. Israel's defense minister says his country will remain in southern Lebanon, calling the area essential for the defense of Israeli settlements and IDF forces there. Recent Israeli strikes in Lebanon have been putting pressure on peace negotiations with Iran, but U.S. Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee says the president remains aligned with Israel.
There is no world leader that the president speaks to more than he does Prime Minister Netanyahu. Theirs is a relationship that is not just as two statesmen. It is deeply personal.
Iran's foreign ministry this weekend saying the U.S. is not fulfilling its commitment in last week's memorandum of understanding to pressure Israel to stop its attacks on Lebanon. New York Times national security correspondent David Sanger speaking on ABC's This Week.
We could be in a situation, we don't know yet, where access to the strait just gets turned on and off by the Iranians or pushed up and down in its level, depending on what's happening in Lebanon and elsewhere.
Talks between the U.S., Iran, Pakistan, and Qatar lasted about 80 minutes today in Switzerland. Air quality concerns in the Boyle Heights neighborhood of Los Angeles today as fire crews continue to battle a blaze at a cold storage facility warehouse there. California Governor Gavin Newsom declaring a state of emergency yesterday. KABC's Monica DeAnda is near the scene.
This warehouse stores about 85 million pounds of food. That is a ton, including meat, poultry, and bread products. That food, well, it's now starting to spoil, further complicating the situation on the ground. And once the firefight is over, only then will crews be able to remove and dispose of thousands of tons of spoiled food.
And it's been another weekend of severe weather with 11 tornadoes touching down in 3 states yesterday and more heavy rain and high winds today in the central U.S. You're listening to ABC News.
Now, here's what's happening across the state.
Multiple agencies working to determine what caused a plane to crash while approaching the Geauga County Airport Saturday. Officials say 3 men on board were killed.
I think they were doing like a day trip or something, but it sounds like they're on their way home.
That plane reportedly coming back from Pennsylvania, crashing into a field about a mile from the airport in Middlefield. The victims have been identified as 76-year-old Thomas Cunningham of Rome, 71-year-old John Typale of Geneva, and 40-year-old Alexander Typale, who was also from Geneva. Ohio State Highway Patrol, the FAA, and NTSB are all investigating. A federal court recently giving Ohio the green light to restrict social media from kids.
The 6th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals on Thursday overturned a ruling which put Ohio's parental consent law on hold and found the law did not violate free speech protections guaranteed by the First Amendment. The law had been put on hold at the request of the tech industry trade group NetChoice, which said it remains fully confident that the law will ultimately be struck down. The ruling comes as countries around the world have started restricting children's access to social media over mental health concerns. I'm Mark Mayfield.
After live chickens were dumped at a landfill in Logan County, state agricultural officials have been investigating.
The Ohio Department of Agriculture is demanding answers after disturbing video showed hundreds of birds tossed into the Republic Services site near Bell Fountain. While most were dead, some chickens were still alive and walking around the garbage piles. State officials are now forcing the unnamed poultry company to retrain its staff on humane euthanization practices. The landfill has halted all shipments from the company until the issue is resolved. I'm Travis Lair.
Good news for Ohioans at the pump at $3.85 entering today. The price per gallon of unleaded gas is down 22 cents in the past week and 91 cents cheaper over the past 30 days. But still 67 cents higher compared to a year ago. I'm Sean Galbager.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll share the story of the union loss that saved Washington, D.C. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Here's what you need to say to get what you need to know.
You're afraid to even say it.
Tell your smart device, play WTAM 1100 on iHeartRadio.
America is turning 250, and iHeartRadio is celebrating with $250,000 in cash. Weekdays through July 4th, listen for your chance to win $2,500 so you can take the ultimate American getaway with iHeartRadio.
America's 250th anniversary is a big event, and if you're promoting a business, your advertising plan needs to be bigger than one channel. iHeart can help you message across podcasts and radio up to the July 4th weekend. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com.
There's a new and exciting way to start your journey toward a more joyful existence. Listen to Joy 101 with Hoda Kotb on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Woo! Northeast Ohioans, Mesozoic Mike, Dino D'Amato here, with 65 million reasons you should stop dragging your tail and get over to Nissan in North Olmsted or I-90 Nissan. No bones about it. Our deals are so mammoth, it'll make other dealers extinct. My favorite old fossil deal, Brontosaurus belza, is making history with gigantic savings. He'll get you up to $1,000 off a new Nissan. Are you kidding me? He's the safest source. He can help you sink your teeth into APRs as low as 0%. That's like free money. And if any other cold-blooded carnivore dealer anywhere else tries to make you positively prehistoric deal, put up your hand and tell that Jurassic jerk to stop. Tell that Cretaceous Creed he's a big asteroid and send him back to his lost world. Then make tracks for Nissan in North Olmsted on the North Olmsted Auto Mile and I-90 Nissan in Sheffield Village, because the deals are so good. These deals rule the earth. Online at BigNissan.com.
Paying $70, $80, $90 a month to Big Wireless for unlimited data is insane, especially when Pure Talk, my wireless company, is going to give you unlimited data on their 5G network for just $34.99 a month. Yes, you heard me right. Pure Talk just upgraded their plans because they believe you should have all the data you need at a price that won't break the bank. So today, you can get talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month.
You'll be on the same tower, same 5G network, and have the same coverage as one of the big guys, but for a fraction of the price. And don't forget, they have a 100% U.S. customer service team.
They're committed to delivering the best experience possible for their customers.
Keep your phone, keep your number, and switch in as little as 10 minutes.
Just dial pound 250, say the keywords Clay and Buck to get unlimited data for just $34.99. Again, dial pound 250, say Clay and Buck to switch to my wireless company, America's wireless company, Pure Talk.
This is the time of year to get home improvements done. Mike Snyder for Pella. I'm thankful every day for the Pella windows and doors in our house. And if you've gone through a winter of cold air leaking in, you know what's next, the hot, humid air of summer. Get your home right. Talk to a Pella consultant and get the right fit for your home. And how about this amazing offer? This month, take 15% off Pella products or no money down, no interest, no payments for 12 months, plus an additional $500 off your project. Call 877-98-PELLA or visit PellaCleveland.com.
Here's the 1-0. Swung on, and that's hammered high in the air. Deep right center. Long run, low Perfido. He's looking up. He'll have to play it off the wall. Halpin can fly. He's around second, on his way to third, and he's in with a triple. Petey Halpin with a blast to deep right center, and as big as this ballpark is, he was able to reach third base easily.
Back to Dollar Bank Extra Innings on WTAM 1100, home of the Guardians.
One of the few bright spots for the Guardians today, Halpin with the triple, and then he scores on a ground out by Travis Bazzana. It cut the lead to 2-1 for Houston in the fifth inning, and that turned out to be the final score, 2-1. Hello and welcome. I'm Dave Scozen, and I don't know that was the only bright spot. I was okay with Slade Ciccone today. Here's a hot take. Slade Ciccone has shown me more this season than Tanner Bybee. I think there's a mental toughness issue there with Tanner. Because if you watch, I watch a lot of obviously there's Hammy and Rosie on the radio broadcast today, Pat Tavler. But watching a lot of the televised games, you'd hear, Matt Underwood and Rick Manning and Andre Tanner Bybee never has the lead. He never has he tends to just give up a run or two right after he gets the lead. Now, had a couple of good starts, and even his last one was pretty good. That he lost on Friday. So he had won 2 in a row, but starting 0-7, I mean, look, it's like this day in and day out. The offense doesn't score. Okay, but somehow there's a narrative out there of Tanner Bybee being a victim. Well, anyway, Slade Ciccone today for the Guardians. He winds up pitching 6 innings, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, and he did give up 6 hits, and he winds up taking the loss, so now he's down to 3-6. But to me, I've seen more out of Ciccone mental toughness-wise as compared to Tanner Bybee. 216-578-1100 if you want to join us on the phones. The Absolute Roofing text line is 21095. We got a few that have rolled in on that. We'll come back to those in a moment. Now let's check in with Aston in Parma. Welcome to Extra Innings presented by Dollar Bank.
Hey, thanks so much for taking my call. Tough loss today, but how you feeling regardless?
I think they'll be fine. I want to see this White Sox series. I think go win this next series, and then you're up 2 games in the division, and everything's going to be fine. But
I do too, and I think it's going to be an interesting kind of test. You know, everyone likes to joke about it being the Comedy Central, but you know, there really is the potential, I think, for some quality baseball to be played between these two teams. And you know, I think the White Sox did get off to a really hot start, but I don't think they're there quite yet. Watching them this year, they seem to they're a young team, right? And I think that inexperience is going to catch up with them. But when I'm talking about the Guardians, you know, I'm just curious because it's like, okay, you know, you call up Watson, right? The guy's 0 for 10 with his, you know, first 10 at bats, he's 0 for 10 with 6 strikeouts. Now, you think to yourself, well, you got to give these guys a chance, right? And I do agree with that, but you look at his minor league stats. Now, I mean, obviously the kid had talent. He was a first-round pick. I think he was picked 16th overall with Miami. The kid had talent or has talent, but what about a guy like Cooper Engel? I mean, he's tearing the cover off the baseball right now in Columbus, and all I'm hearing about is how this kid, he's hitting, he's mashing, he's raking. Why wouldn't you bring him up and DH him? I mean, are you that concerned about keeping a guy like Rhys Hoskins in the lineup? And even if you are, that's fine, but go with someone who you think is going to be able to supplement the offense and help them out, especially when arguably your 3 best hitters are currently on the IL, DL, whatever we call it these days.
Aston, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, no, again, you know, I'm a little frustrated about something like that. I'm frustrated why a team that, you know, look, we're spoiled in Cleveland in the sense that we have competitive baseball year in and year out. I mean, 13 division titles since 1995. The team is always within shouting distance of a playoff appearance. I know we haven't been able to win the big one, but that's another story. You know, and you sit there and you say, well, we're a competitive baseball team. Yes, we are. But
we are. You give me a lot to dissect. Thank you for the call, Aston. I appreciate it. Let's go back to Khalil Watson. You are 100% correct. He was a 16th overall pick of the Marlins in 2021, and he came out of Wake Forest. Okay, so he's 23, limited college career. Actually, he was at Wake Forest High School. It wasn't even a college career. That's why he's only 23 and he's been playing pro ball for 5 years. So, yes, you want to give the guy a chance. Here's the thing about the minor league. So I broadcast in the minors in one form or another for 9 different seasons, okay? The guy let's pick on the captains for a minute up in Lake County. The guy that's a Midwest League All-Star, that Midwest League All-Star team, if you go and look 10 years later, it's like a quarter of them make it to the major leagues. Okay, now, we're talking about AAA, and you're talking about the Clippers and Columbus, so it is a little bit different, but the organizations look at different things than you and I look at when they're deciding who's going to get promoted and who doesn't, right? They're looking at certain things with mechanics. They're looking at attitude. They're looking at history. And so numbers are important, but they are not everything when you go down and look in the minor leagues. Now, I would also contend, Khalil Watson, gosh, you're 0 for 12. Maybe you need to go back, right? Stuart Fairchild, wondered about him. What did he start? 0 for 9 with 7 strikeouts, right? Okay, so now he's pinch hit twice and he's walked twice when he's pinch hit after today. So there's, but there are things that go on in the organization that the organization is looking at that are not just the numbers. Okay, but you know, you can see why Khalil's up here, first round pick. Let's give him a shot. Let's take a flyer on it. 216-578-1100. Brian in Chippewa Township. Thanks for joining us on Extra Innings presented by Dollar Bank. Is that Chippewa Township, Wayne County? Is that where you are?
It is. It is.
All right. Thanks for joining the show. What's on your mind?
Well, the last caller really, he brought up everything I want to talk about. I just think it's time to cut loose some dead weight and bring these kids up. I think we're not gonna make any moves at the deadline. We always rely on our young guys. So bring Coop up. Get rid of some dead weight. I mean, there's a reason why Rhys Hoskins was signed in spring training for $4 million. Nobody else wanted him. We got him. And what's he done? He ain't done nothing for me. And Fairchild, bring up Coop, bring up the relief pitcher, bring up some young blood. Let's catch some lightning in a bottle. That kid hit 3 home runs Friday night with a double. What's that, 15, 16 total bases? And he's sitting down there, and I'm watching Hoskins and Fairchild. He drew a walk as a pinch hitter. Big deal. Let's bring up our guys.
Brian, thank you for the call. I do appreciate it. Now, I would shed caution on that because when you're talking about, okay, cut the dead weight and bring up these guys from AAA, that scares me because it sounds like you're starting a rebuild, that you are throwing in the towel on this season a little bit. And again, I know I had people over the last week telling me just personally, like, season's over, Jose's hurt. No. You're in first place, you got a 1-game lead, you're playing the second place team who you haven't played yet. You're playing them this week. Okay? And regardless of how that goes, my position doesn't change. The Guardians, for all of their flaws, and I sit here on this show, and even in the first half hour here, I've pointed out plenty of flaws and things that I don't like that Vogt does within a game and whatever. They have become the masters of building the airplane while they're flying it. They somehow figure that out, year in and year out. But what they haven't done is rip the Band-Aid off and brought in, here's 7 rookies that are all starting at the same time. That's not the way to do it. You just got to go back and look at the pattern, and they're following that. There are some pitfalls to it. We'll come back to that coming up. We'll take more calls on the other side of the break. I'm Dave Scozen. This is Extra Innings presented by Dollar Bank. Guardians lose today 2-1 in Houston, but they have a big opportunity this week in Chicago. It's WTAM 1100.
The Absolute Roofing text window is open.
Hey, maybe we can keep the blinds closed. Some of these texts are not great to look at. What is that?
Text the show at 21095.
Well, Lorenzo, the pitch looked good.
Yeah, so green.
USA keeper was decent enough.
Didn't have much to do.
99 minutes.
Not a single goal. Well, Bet365 sure came through, though. I bet $10 and got $365 in bonus bets just for signing up.
At least someone scored.
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T's and C's apply. In-app only.
Elevate your game by joining Medina Country Club. Recently hailed as one of the most exciting new projects in golf and home to Ohio's only reversible golf course. Medina Country Club will open a state-of-the-art clubhouse in 2027 featuring chef-driven dining, an elegant ballroom, and a premier pool. There's something for everyone. Excitement on the course and luxury beyond the greens. Don't miss your chance to be in the club. To learn more, contact the general manager at 330-725-6621 or visit medinacc.com.
Most of us guess our way through our health questions and issues. We guess what foods to eat, what supplements to take, and then wonder why some things make us feel better than others.
The truth is, we don't know. Fatigue, bloating, brain fog, those aren't just signs of getting older. They can be messages from your body. If your DNA is the blueprint, your RNA shows what's actually happening right now. That's where Viome comes in.
Viome is a simple at-home gut health test that uses advanced RNA technology to analyze your gut microbiome and understand how your body is really functioning. From there, Viome creates a personalized food and supplement plan designed specifically for your body.
Instead of guessing, you get guidance based on real data. And when people follow their plan, many report better digestion, more energy, and improved mood. Go to Viome.com. That's Viome.com. V as in Victor, IOME.com. Use code CB50 to get $50 off. Stop guessing. Start knowing.
Identity theft can cost more than you think. Drained investment accounts, stolen tax returns, lost wages, expenses for lawyers. It's a lot. That's why LifeLock is backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, which covers up to $1 million for stolen funds, fees, and experts and lawyers and out-of-pocket expenses. Don't face the burden of identity theft alone. Protect your future in finances with LifeLock. Join now. Save up to 30% off your first year with promo code BECK at LifeLock.com. 1-800-LifeLock, promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. Terms to apply.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. Stop paying the big guys twice what you need to. Dial pound 250, say my name. That's pound 250 micro to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
Cam Smith, the batter, pitch to him, swung on, ground ball to the second baseman. Schneemann has it. Easy flip to the bag where Rocchio's waiting for the force, and the side is retired. Another good inning for Slade Ciccone.
Back to Dollar Bank Extra Innings on WTAM 1100, home of the Guardians.
This is the fourth segment of the show. Guardians end up losing 2-1. Ciccone gave up 2 runs on 6 hits in 6 innings today. I thought he pitched pretty well. Alan Colon is our producer. Alan, I've just realized I have not mentioned Father's Day to this point, so I'll tell you, we already told each other off the air, but happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to you as well, sir.
Thank you. But, see, that's where I think it's weird, which is why I haven't even brought it up. I mean, I really wasn't thinking about it. So the first person today to wish me happy Father's Day was my mother-in-law, who lives in California, and she gets up early and goes to church on Sunday, and and she texted me at 6:30 her time, 9:30 in the morning. Happy Father's Day. I had seen one of my kids, and I had seen my wife, and they didn't say, she said Happy Father. I shouldn't say that. Boy, I'm going to be in so much trouble. I just said my wife didn't tell me Happy Father's Day. But then later, I have brothers-in-law that started texting me, Happy Father's Day, Dave. Happy Father. And to me, isn't that just asking for... Isn't that sort of like I'm giving you a gift, so you give me a gift? Isn't it a little weird when you're a dad and you tell them you're reaching out to say Happy Father's Day? Am I off on that? I'm asking Alan, but he's not answering. Maybe he's answering all the people.
No, you're fine, man.
Okay.
Dads deserve the best. Come on.
Okay. But I just feel like, I don't know. If I tell you Happy Father's Day unprovoked, and that's the beginning. I'll give a different example. I was texting somebody else today, and we were talking about a bunch of other things, and I said, oh, by the way, Happy Father's Day. I think that's different. But I think instigating as a dad to another dad that's not your dad or your kid or whatever and saying Happy Father's Day, I think that's a selfish, I want the Father's Day wishes back.
Come on, you're overthinking it, man. You're good.
But anyway, happy Father's Day to everybody, because I hadn't said it, and now I said it. Guardians lose 2-1. I'm Dave Scozen, 216-578-1100 if you want to join us on the phones. The Absolute Roofing text line, 21095. I started the show by commenting how people had said to me that the season's over after Jose Ramirez got hurt, right? And I have a text here, and it says, you're a fool to disagree with that. I had some supportive text that to me, I was like, no, I don't think the season is over. Although this text, I will say, is from 312. That's Chicago, right? You're a fool to disagree with that. The Indians are falling fast. 2-1 in the last 6 games. It's over. A sweep to Chicago is going to happen next. I think that's wishful thinking. I don't know that I really buy into that. I know I don't buy into that. I think the Guardians take at least 1 in Chicago, although I'm not in the prediction business, and that means you're still in first place at the end of the series. If you beat them more than once, then you're all alone in first place. Let's go to Nick on the phone lines. Hello and welcome to Dollar Bank Extra Innings on WTAM 1100.
Can we talk about Stephen Kwan?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Stephen Kwan is going to be here through the 2027 season through arbitration. So This is not his last year. They're not going to get anything for him at the end of the year anyway, so they might as well just re-sign him to arbitration and for next year and be done with it. As far as Ingo coming up, This team likes to make moves on off days. Thursday's an off day, and I would not be not too surprised if Cooper Eagles up here.
It's a good
Even
observation.
Though he did go 0 for 5 last night.
Yeah, but that's going to happen, though. Thank you, Nick, for the call. I appreciate you hanging on as long as you did. But that's a good observation. They like to ease the younger guys into the scene. Okay, we're back home, we're off, we're going to bring you up, and then you're going to play tomorrow. So we'll see what we see, coming up on Friday against the Mariners. The other thing on Stephen Kwan, arbitration for next year, sure, but I wonder. So the Guardians do have a knack. Even though for whatever reason they're not developing hitters, which is maddeningly frustrating, or they develop hitters and they get here to the big leagues and they don't hit. But they do have a knack for navigating when it's time to cut bait. Okay? And sometimes, you've got a situation like a Lindor, and of course you would sign him forever, and he's just flat out not going to sign, so you do what you got to do. It's the only organization that traded back-to-back Cy Young Award winners in back-to-back seasons, right? But they understood the dynamics and the economics and everything. With Kwan, I wonder what they're thinking, right? Are you sitting there thinking, okay, this year is an aberration. We did mess with him a little bit, asking him to play some center field. He's an A++ left fielder, 4 Gold Gloves, all the accolades. And we really think that the guy can hit in the upper 200s, not 206. Okay, which on the open market means multi-years, multi-8 figures, right? That's a big contract. But is it as simple as, okay, this year they're going to go to arbitration? Or do you go to Stephen Kwan and say, we still believe in you? And here's what we want to do. We want to give you security. We know you haven't had a great year. This isn't going to be a good market year for you. But let's give you 5 years at whatever. You're not going to pay what you thought you would have had to pay going into this season. I don't know. I don't even want to throw out a number. Okay, but it's got to be a Guardians-esque manageable number, right? Not single millions, teens, millions, maybe. But then the question really is, what do they really think of Stephen Kwan? Do they really think that he has that probability to bounce back? Not the capability, the probability. It's the Michael Brantley thing, right? It was hard to see Brantley go, but the guy had been hurt essentially for 2 years. And then when you did bring him back at the end in the playoffs, he still wasn't healthy, and that cost you. Remember that series? What was that, 2018, 17, somewhere? So it's like, okay, fine. You didn't bring him back. And I think he would have come back for like $11 million or something was the way the contract was set up, but the team was trying to budget everything. They've been really good at that and making those decisions. Brantley, though, he did find a way to get healthy. He did find a way to go and win with the Astros, so good for him. Sometimes you just say, tip your hat, good for you. But that's where I wonder, we keep bringing up Stephen Kwan. Where is the organization's head when it comes to Stephen Kwan? We'll talk more about that. We'll talk more about pinch hitting. I've got text coming in at 21095 about the pitching rotation and Tanner Bybee. And the Guardians dropped 2 out of 3 this weekend to the Astros, falling today 2-1. It is Dollar Bank Extra Innings. I'm Dave Skozin, and this is WTAM 1100.
While nations fight for the world's biggest trophy, the World Cup, the greatest to ever play on the global stage,
Donald J. Trump, that's me,
is on the pitch.
We have the ball.
Check in often for the score. We're winning on WTAM 1100.
Are you kidding me? Our own U.S. government is discussing UFOs, flying saucers, and they're everywhere. Are you kidding me?
Man, your tax dollars hard at work.
Woo! Little green man, Mike, official denial tomato here. If buying a new Nissan is on your radar, try landing that Nissan in North Olmsted, an I-90 Nissan. The only thing that's saucer-shaped here will be your eyes when you see the out-of-the-world deals. Just have a close encounter with my favorite Martian, Deal, Men in Black, Belza. We'll check out our Project Blue Book to give you the best trade-in value. And from deep in our X-Files, you'll get APRs as low as 0%. If you've been abducted by any other dealer making you feel alienated, tell them. Klaatu, Barada, Belza. Then gort yourself over to Nissan in North Olmsted on the North Olmsted Auto Mile and I-90 Nissan at Sheffield Village. Why? Because the deals are so good. Make the first contact at BigNissan.com. Nanu.
Hi, this is Kevin Olecki from Broadview Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Have you been putting off installing a new hot water tank because of the price and think it will last another year? If your tank is over 10 years old, stepping into a cold shower or puddles from a leak could happen at any moment. Our skilled, certified technicians will install the hot water tank, hybrid, or tankless unit that perfectly fits your needs for as low as $35 per month. Call 440-526-7310 or visit BroadviewHeating.com today. Let us make your home the most comfortable home on the block.
News at the top and bottom of the hour. Cleveland's News Radio, WTAM, 1100 AM, 106.9 FM, and on iHeartRadio.
ABC News, I'm Mike Dubusky. Israel will remain in southern Lebanon, according to officials from that country. That despite recent threats from Iran to pull out of Lebanon. It's all now threatening the U.S.'s peace negotiations with Iran.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena, streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Hi, I'm Tom Detlich with Grandview Homes. We know that selling a home can feel like a daunting journey, but we're here to help every step of the way. Our dedicated team makes it simple. We'll buy your home with no repairs or clean out. Just take what you want and leave the rest to us. Avoid dealing with pushy real estate agents, the stress of showing your home, and the inconvenience of moving